Yes. Welcome to the Letcha podcast. What's going on, everybody? Ready to introduce the panel? What you pointing over there? What's that?
Double O got his camera on.
Yeah, you always bitching about cameras. You got his camera off.
Right. Come on, E-Dog. Come on, Double O.
He a BG for real, though. What's going on, Ski? How you doing?
What's up, y'all? Let you know, Lady Ski baby and his bitch tonight. Looking forward to this conversation. What's up, Sly Fox?
What up?
EK. No camera on Double OZ. Looking forward to the conversation tonight, y'all. It's been real. Hate the snow. Glad it's about to be over with.
What's going on, P? How you doing, man?
Ready to set this show off in just a minute. As soon as we finish with introductions, I think we got a very, very good topic tonight. So it's probably going to be a little heated at some point.
NOO, what's going on with you? It seems like you in the background, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm here. Can y'all hear me? I'm good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You sound like
no, man, I'm good, man. I'm here with y'all, man. I'm like I said, good topic tonight. I just got my delivery just came through. My delivery came through.
Oh hell.
Okay, you love that little shit.
Yeah, Jose came through for me. So
yeah, echo, brother.
Okay, hold on.
You got an echo, brother.
Yeah, turn off echo cancellation in your settings, or turn it on, maybe.
Fly Fox, what's going on with you?
It's fucking 5 degrees in this garage.
My birthday.
That sounds like a you
Well, it's
problem.
-4 up here, man.
Hey, Ben.
what up?
Remy.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
I can't match y'all today.
Ooh,
I can't match y'all today. But yeah, what's going on? What's our topic for today? What's going on?
All right. So welcome to the Let You Know podcast. As every Wednesday, we are talking about this week ICE in Minnesota, across the country, but most notably Minnesota, with the shootings that have been going on. And we're really trying to figure out a couple things here, kind of like who are the people that are actually beefing with each other? And is it a good job or an idea so far? Maybe Trump should pull ICE out. It's getting a little bit too chippy in there. And it's almost to the point of civil conflict, which is something that we need to discuss as well. But first, I wanted to show you guys a video of the shooting that we're talking about. And it will show maybe a different angle or a different story than you guys have been led to by the media. So let's take a look at this.
On January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Preddy interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him.
Oh shit! I didn't
Our
see
footage
all
was
that.
analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36th
this guy
and
did
Park
this
Avenue
twice.
in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight.
Oh, damn.
An
I ain't
agent
see
then
that.
got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground.
I ain't see that part.
No ass over
I
here.
ain't see that part. I ain't
Yeah.
see that part.
Yeah, so like a week before, a little more than a week before,
I
he
see that
actually
part.
was in the same clothes, fighting the same people going after ICE. Like,
Yeah, they broke a few of his ribs.
yeah, it wasn't just a situation, random guy gets shot by ICE because nothing happened. There's a lead up to this, and I just wanted to hear
Yeah,
what
but how
you guys
much-
thought.
How much
Go
of
ahead.
that do you think is targeted? Like, do you think? Me personally, I think those agents recognized him, and that's why they beat the fuck out of him and treated him the way they did because they recognized him from busting their taillight.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, wouldn't you too? Some guy just kicked your fucking taillight out and things like that. I'd
That's
be
a
paying
company
attention
car.
too.
Well,
Yeah, I don't care. They're
Well, I don't
fucking
care about
feds. What do
damage
I
to the
care?
vehicle. Fuck the vehicle.
gives a
I'm
shit?
just
They're
talking
feds.
about logically. If somebody attacked your vehicle like a week ago, and then you see them again at the same type of rally and protest, I'd be paying attention to them as well.
Yeah, but you also have the responsibility of being a federal agent and control your fucking emotions.
You're right about that. I'm glad y'all brought that up though, because they said like a week ago. They said a week ago that he had an altercation with the with ICE.
That was the video. That was altercation.
No. Before he got smoked.
No, that was
Yeah.
the video I just
That
showed.
was before.
He had the same
okay.
clothes on. Yeah,
So the one, do we got the video where he actually got smoked? We don't have that one.
yeah, I can get you that. I just wanted to show that first video just to get a different angle of these things.
Yeah, please do. I'm glad you showed that one because that's like Ski said, she didn't see that one. They just making it seem like it's some random dude.
Hey Pat, make sure you get the long version though that shows what happens when the feds shove the lady and then he gets involved, because they always cut that part out.
See,
it doesn't matter if I get that or not. Just,
that kind of do matter, Pat. Though a little
no,
bit.
I'm saying if you no, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm saying if you understand that happened, if I can find it in the video, I will. It does matter, yes. I think
because they shoved her like full force. She went down hard, and that's when he was like trying to grab her and get her up, and then they fucking surrounded his ass.
Oh yeah, I got a good video.
Like a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
Why can't they just let the police do it, or let the courts do it? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, why do they gotta do it how they doing it? Like, they got people like living in fear and shit, though. That's all I'm saying, though. Like,
because sanctuary states exist.
Yeah.
Local police can't assist in federal matters. It's illegal.
I mean, I got that, but shit, they about to try to employ the military. That's a violation of the Constitution.
All right, this should show everything that you need to see from this angle, with no audio.
You see that car? You see that car? That white car right there? That's the video I saw. The chick in that white car got a whole video.
As he's on the ground, and then then you see the agent in the gray coat there, who doesn't have a firearm in his hand, reach around and pull out a firearm. So right here, you see it looks like the man's
the guy that has
Mr.
the gun.
Pretty's arms are
gray coat
down in front
the gray
of him.
Guy.
So
this gun
he's not
fires
reaching
when
for
he
his
takes it
hot
off.
firearm. Both hands are right there. It's difficult to see what happens right in this second here, but we do see that the
right there,
agent comes back with the firearm in his hand. That firearm matches the firearm that was photographed by DHS, saying that it was Mr. Pretty's firearm, and then that's when you hear the shots fired.
Do you know, it's been often said that there really only has to be the fear a police officer or an agent needs to fear for his life. Or
it's so in that video though, they didn't really go over it, but I think the reason that shots were fired at the guy on the ground is when that stupid motherfucker took his gun off him, he actually fired a round into the fucking gun. So the officers heard a gunshot and then they started shooting, assuming it was the perp or the suspect. I want to see evidence on that.
Kind of like Tupac.
But what I don't understand is that why people don't understand, like we all thinking like just because they're law enforcement, like they just gonna just abide by the law that they enforcing. No, they're gonna be above and beyond. That's why.
Let me ask a question real quick. In these clips that we just saw with the shooting, what law was broken by?
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the actual citizen. I'm talking about ICE. Period.
That's what I'm talking about. What laws were broken by ICE in that altercation?
I mean, the police would have been and got them down, though. Did y'all even go to police academy for about 8 weeks? I mean, the police would have got that situation better than they did. I mean, y'all got people that look like they was practicing in their backyard.
No, they had them down, but now, nigga, again, don't come to just like that last lady that got smoked in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
don't come out these cars talking crazy. And then when niggas walk up on you and the shit go left, I don't want to hear all that victim shit. Because that's what happened last time.
Yeah, I agree, the NWO, because they're not going to treat you like a regular police officer would. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all know they're going to go above and beyond.
Even if it's police. If I'm agitating police for 40 minutes or 30 minutes, and then finally they walk up on me, what do you think that's about to happen? At this point,
your rights are going to get violated is what happens. It's not illegal to harass them. It is not illegal to harass them. As long as you're not impeding on their duties, it's not illegal to harass them. I fucking did it.
They be agitated. They be mad.
Right.
The police.
They get mad as fuck, but they can't do shit.
Yeah, they human.
I mean, but we still in our right of the law, though. I'm recording. I'm not impeding y'all shit. I'm standing on the curb, nigga. They be like,
that's the other problem is they're not just
not
just standing on the curb. They're throwing rocks and bricks, and they're doing a whole bunch of shit.
And didn't he have 2 handguns?
Well, there's a video. Let me find this video.
Yeah, he had the right to have the handguns, though.
Yeah, but you're gonna be treated.
He only had one gun.
Yeah.
But he also never pulled it though. They kept saying that he was waving a gun at the officers and that's why they interacted with him. But if you watch the video from the other angle, that's the closer video, which is the one that you should have played, you can clearly see that it's in his holster. The guy in the gray coat has to pull it from his behind, from the holster on his back, and the gun was never pulled by the guy. So they had no reason, even if he had a gun on his person, they still had no reason to smoke him like that. It's not illegal to carry a gun in public, and he was a legal carrying, concealed carrying member.
Sly
Nobody
Fox,
cares
I
if
don't
he
want
was
you to
legal
think
or
that I'm
not.
arguing with you because you're absolutely right. I don't want you to think that I disagree with anything you're saying because you're right. But we know that it don't work like that. We
I guess
just
I get
know
what
it
you're
don't
saying.
work like that.
I agree.
Exactly. That's what
I
was
agree.
not registering.
I agree. No, I
Well,
agree though. I agree because
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a
if you
rebel.
have a gun, you got to act more responsibly. If you're getting in a fight with fucking ICE and you have a gun, and I don't know if you tried to pull that bitch or not, but they're going to treat you
He
differently
shoulda.
once they understood that this guy has a lethal threat. So what do you? I'm with Ev on this.
They were
one.
already treating with that before they even saw the gun on his,
Why was
in
he
his fucking
there?
behind.
Why was he there, Sly? Was he there to just peacefully protest, or was he there to start fucking shit? Like
I'll say this: he wasn't there to cause maximum damage, like Christy Noem kept repeating. And why else though did Greg Bovino get sent back to his old job? Why did he just get fired and demoted? Because they were wrong.
We're talking about the guy that got shot.
Okay, I have a question though,
Right.
To that, to what Pat was saying about him. Is he like an agitator or something? Because listen, I called 900.
He's an ice chaser.
Hold on, wait, time out. I'm asking a question and I'm about to say something. So today, when they told us ICE was going to be in Indy, right? I called 17 congressmen from Indiana, Republican and Democrats, all fucking day today between working emails and fucking doing homework. So guess what? If it was somewhere for me to go today to post, show up today, tomorrow, February 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, I'm going to be there. So why can't he be a concerned citizen taking his right, his civic duty every chance he get, every time he get a chance to fucking show up like every motherfucker should be doing, showing the fuck up? Why he got to? I'm just saying, why are you saying you? Because he just made a point, like he was just there last week. So every time I have my civic duty ability to be able to exercise that motherfucker, I'm exercising it. So I'm a problem because every time it's a platform for Trubisky, Ski Baby, to talk about the injustices and the problems and the shit that need to be fixing anywhere or anything, and I'm an agitator. No, I'm a concerned motherfucker, and I'm doing my due just with having my right to carry my gun, and I got my gun. So why him showing up at multiple places got to be he was agitated?
He kicked their tail light out.
I know.
And let me say something.
I mean,
there's a difference between
threat.
what
That's
you're
a threat
talking about. You're concerned about your city, you're concerned about your country, and you want to exercise your constitutional right to protest. I love it. But these people aren't those people. There's different people out there in these crowds that are not there to worry about. They're bussed in. They're Antifa. They're there to start shit. He kicked. He spit at him.
I didn't like that part. Now he should. Now that was stupid as fuck. That was like saying, "Come lock me up."
There's no way to tell this. Like this guy wasn't there peacefully protesting. He was there to start shit. So there's a difference.
I disagree with that. He's a nurse. He's a stellar person in the community. He was an Army veteran. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was there to just do that. I mean, he had a whole career. You know what I mean? He had a whole, everything. Like he just wasn't. He wasn't Renee. He wasn't Renee. I'm just saying, like she was. I'm not saying nothing wrong with Renee. R.I.P. to her and the family. I'm just saying, like, this man had a life. Like, I don't think he just woke up today and said, hey, I'm going to go throw my whole fucking life away for this protest. I don't think that. I think maybe he...
I was about to say, these people are going crazy out here.
Because listen, if I'm throwing my life away, I'm hopping out shooting, goddammit. If I'm just coming to die today,
that's
bitch,
why
I'm coming to shoot.
That's what I said. He might as well have had it out and started shooting.
If I'm coming to end my motherfucking life, if I'm coming to take my motherfucking last breath, bitch, 10 of you bitches going to.
That's how he should have. That's the type of time he should have been on.
He changed to be an agitator to just like start shit with the guns because
that's
if
what
that was
they
the case
doing
in his life, he just
that's what they doing, Ski. That's what he's trying to say is that they really don't have no intention of what they doing. They just out there to talk some shit. If you're gonna go out there and talk shit, be ready to do something. You got your gun.
No, be ready.
You got your gun. You can tell like you spit.
Yeah, be ready to die.
Be ready to spray that motherfucker at that point.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that.
But the fact that he didn't is the most telling part of it. The fact that he's armed and never pulled that gun. He never pulled it once. They took it from him.
We're not trying to argue against people being able to carry their gun lawfully. We're arguing
somebody has a gun. Anybody, I know people like to walk around with the guns, right? They like to put on their holsters. Some people like to show it in front of everybody to make them nervous or make them scared. The thing is, with an officer, man, I would be on high alert. Like, if somebody had a gun, you wouldn't be thinking like, damn, man, he can pull this motherfucker out anytime. I don't care if you a nurse. I don't care if you a doctor, a cheerleader. If you got a gun, you liable to use it, right?
And they're already on high alert. They're already on super
They signed up for it. They signed up for that shit. They know how dangerous it is. They know how polarizing it is right now to be a federal fucking agent. So I don't feel bad for him.
let's say they went with your option. Everybody's allowed to carry. Don't tackle anybody. Don't try to remove anybody's gun, and just wait for somebody to get shot. Is that the idea? We should wait for somebody to get shot.
I mean, look, we did it in the Wild West just fucking fine, and we did in the Wild West just fine. It was a polite society. An armed society is a polite society. I'm a lot fucking nicer when I know I got my gun on me, and I'm a lot nicer to people when I know they got a gun on them.
Really? Yeah, I say that too. When I have my gun, I am a lot more conscious and thinking about what I'm doing. I probably won't smoke too much. I probably ain't gonna definitely have no alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna try to stay from motherfuckers that, I feel intimidated by me having my gun. So you know what I'm saying? I do feel like I'll be a little more clear.
I hate it when y'all do that. When y'all bring up you.
Do what?
When y'all bring up you.
I know everybody's not us, but I'm just saying.
But when you know that everybody ain't drinking responsibly, even driving. Yeah. So people run around drunk with the pistol. People around smoking weed with the pistol. So I get it. We us. But majority of people are walking around everyday life with that pistol like it's their shoes.
They're doing it anyway. But they're doing it anyway. That's the thing. So what would it matter if we were on doing it even further? If we have the rest of the fucking country doing it? I mean, at a certain point, it's going to get to that point because it's either going to be the criminals have guns and the government has guns and nobody fucking else does. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Well, this guy turned into a criminal with a gun really quick.
It's gonna be a problem when it's gonna be the wrong person.
That's what I think is gonna go left. When ice gets smoked, that's when shit's gonna get hot.
Well, and that's what I was trying to tell Sly. Is that what we're supposed to wait for to change policy on how we treat these people? Wait for somebody to get smoked? I mean,
I have a question. How would you think we should treat them?
You talking about the protester ice?
How we supposed to handle
police?
Fucking do that.
For people that's not illegal. For people that's not illegal, mind your fucking business and don't go around fucking with people. Because again, you putting yourself in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you.
When there was a story the other day, there's an ice officer. Hold on, P. Go ahead.
Like you said earlier today, this morning, when shit was going on, when people was getting smoked for selling cigarettes, when people was when black people were getting killed without having a pistol on them, unarmed and getting killed by the police. Motherfuckers stood on their shit and said, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with us. When the Latinos started getting in trouble with the ICE and after the Trump shit, motherfuckers started, hey, man, where are the black people marching with us? We told y'all what to do. Stay over there. Now, people want us to come together when shit start hitting the fan. And that's where we at right now. When shit start hitting the fan, now that these white people are getting smoked by ICE, now they want people to come together. And like you said earlier, it's like division was already here.
Yes,
we can stop all that acting like we always together. Shit, we can cut that shit out right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it.
And I'll address that. I mean, Evans, you're 100% right. I've always preached division, and I want it to come together. But to act like it hasn't been divided already, at least for the last 20 years, is ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous because I mean, it's what needs to happen. But at the end of the day, we got so many conflicts pushing each other back that I think stems from the left and right ideologies. Others may disagree.
Everybody's getting their turn the way I see it. Like I said,
the
Hispanics had their turn. Now the whites is having their turn.
Well, now you've got the split between like the right wing community because there's a big divide right now, which is like, oh, these commies aren't even people. Fuck them, whatever. You're only commies. They're good, dead commie, whatever. Oh, they shouldn't have guns anyway. This and the third. Oh, they shouldn't bring a gun to a protest. Just last Monday, we had over 300 people armed to the fucking teeth at the Virginia State Capitol protesting against the gun laws that were going on there. And nobody got shot. Nothing bad happened.
Violent. They just stood there. They were sentries. I mean, if you don't attack people and you don't agitate people, there's not going to be conflict. Because I'm not saying an agitator deserves death. I'm saying if you don't start the agitation in the first place, there's not going to be deaths.
If you stay in your lane unless you're ready to die about it.
But how much of this too is justified in the fact of how hard ICE is coming? Is they're even harassing citizens and asking for papers and shit? Like how much of this do they ask for? In my opinion, they're asking for it.
Now you got citizens in Minnesota asking for
we all know they get out of hand with that shit, right? But at the same time, the people that getting killed by ICE is the ones that don't expect nothing to happen to them after they come. They face threatening
because they're white privileged.
Exactly.
No, because their brain. Oh wait. Well, go ahead with this thought.
They're white privileged. That's literally what it is. These are okay. You got to keep in mind. This is Minnesota. This is like white people central and Somali central. All right, you're either white or Somali out here, and they have got nothing but the fucking privilege of having this easy fucking life. So now that there's some shit that's actually happening, now that they're in the national spotlight, again since George Floyd 5 years ago. They just don't know what to do with themselves, and they get this revolutionary idea in their head, so romanticized by media, that they think nothing's going to happen to them. They're all the heroes in their own story, and then they get fucking shot.
They're not seeing this as real life. It almost seems like they think they're playing a video game, because the partner of Renee Good that was in the car, she said something right after the shooting as if she said something like, "I thought they were using rubber bullets. Like, this is a game." Like, they think they can just go out there, fuck around with ICE, come home, talk about it on Discord, and go out and do it the next day. And it's just,
well, the guy that shot
one side's playing, the other side's not.
Well, the guy that shot this guy, Freddie, the guy that shot him, Bovino, was on the news talking about, oh, this officer has been an agent for like 20 years, He's a range safety officer. He's an expert in less than lethal force. Where was your less than lethal tactics?
I'll explain. And you know the reason. That gun that got shot off as soon as he took it off the suspect, that's what changed. I don't think any shots would have been fired at the suspect.
He never pulled his taser. He never pulled anything less than lethal. He fucking immediately drew his weapon. As soon as they had him on the ground, they drew his gun.
What cops are supposed to, if they hear gun, meaning a gun is on the suspect, they're not going to approach him with a taser.
If you're that fucking close and you're an expert in non-lethal.
Not with the shit that's going on with these protests. They got.
When you say expert, when you say expert, though, that means that you know how to work under pressure. I mean, when you put,
you should be used to this. You're an expert, right? You're trained in this.
I hear you. Just like police are trained.
Yeah. When you put expert on something, that means you're supposed to be able to do. You know what you're supposed to do. Expert witnesses come in to talk, and they work, and they shit mean whole weight. Because they experts.
How many times have we seen a nigga get shot by the police and we said, hey man, he was unarmed. They didn't have to shoot him. They could have tased him. They could have beat his ass. They could have shot him in the ankle. They could have, but hey, they emptied the clip out on that motherfucker for a reason. Stop playing with us.
Because they're trigger happy. They just want to shoot somebody. If you look at the requirements it takes to be an ICE agent, because I looked them up last week, and it's funny as fuck to me. Because it's the bare minimum requirements. You need more requirements to be a cop on the street than you do to be a fucking Fed at this point.
Yep. So if you know that these people act like this and think like this, maybe just don't fight with them. I mean, that's a good idea too. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not advocating for nobody to fight with nobody got no gun or none of that kind of
I am.
Well, that's you.
I mean, I'm not, but I do think people should be able to watch from the sidelines, and you know, because I think sometimes people sometimes people can feel like they can step in, especially with the white privilege. Women be like, "Oh, stop it! Oh, hop in front of him," and all that. You know what I mean?
You don't have the right.
You know, all that stuff, and that's coming from a genuine place for the most part. People just, you know, because it's gruesome, man. People be just taking that kid to school, nigga. They box you in and shit, and tell you're getting out. You know what I mean? All kind of shit. Like, man, that's just crazy. Like, people don't understand what them people mind be like when you talking about deportation, leaving my family. I'm at my kid's school. I'm at work. I'm at motherfucking the doctor's office. I'm getting some goddamn DoorDash. I'm working.
So let me ask then. So if all these illegals that they're getting are criminals and super dangerous, why haven't we seen more shootouts?
That's a fact. No, I'm glad you brought that up because there was I forgot what day it was. Trump was on the news and he was showing the photos. I don't know if y'all saw this, but he was bringing out all the photos of people. He was like, these are the most dangerous criminals in the world. They're just bad people. And then they would show their crime on the picture, and it was like DUI. It was literally regular shit that it was not nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? So every picture he showed was some bullshit. You know what I mean? So it was just like, come on, dog. These niggas ain't dangerous people.
So given what we know,
go ahead.
Given what we know now, what I think the proper thing to do to let this try to cool down, at least unless you really want civil conflict, is to remove ICE. ICE has got to leave. They got to get out of this.
They got to go. It's time out. Y'all done had enough. I say that because they have a legal system, right? When it comes to immigration, which is my concentration. When you get in trouble, right, all the documentation they're signing is basically saying they're going to stay out of trouble, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, blah, 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 blah. So we have a system that's supposed to flag, contact, and notify the right people when these immigrants, people that's in the stance of getting their citizenship and all that, going through these processes, right? It's a chain of commands. That's a protocol, standard operating practices that's supposed to be used, right? Now, it's not the immigrants' fault. It's not the police fault. it's no one's fault but the people you hire, because you guys are letting them drop the ball. Because when you contact them, when I call and say, hey, can you send me a profile for the Hernandez family? This is me in litigation and this stuff, right? Guess what? It takes days or weeks for me to get anything. So
my boy got he got pulled over. He got police came and got his ass at the crib not too long ago. He's still in Miami. This is like 2-3 weeks ago. He's still in Miami. They ain't even deported his ass yet.
So what I'm saying to say is, like, if we would really go over the process of identifying and contacting and staying in touch and, you know, flagging this shit for the people that's actual criminals, that, you know, real crimes, not misdemeanors. Unless the DUI is attached to it.
We know what the real crime is, though. We know what the real crime is.
That's what I'm saying. So won't just say that shit. That's my thing. So that's my thing. Just say, y'all don't.
We did say that we have. I mean, that is what it's saying. I mean, trust me, Ski. You already know where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's fucked up. But the law that's being broken is you shouldn't be here. You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah,
but it's the process that we go through. I'm saying,
during Biden's term, we wouldn't even have this issue.
What I'm saying is this. It's the process that's in place already. Right. Why don't we just make sure that? Why don't we put money into hiring qualified people that got more requirements than ICE to do the shit? It's some admin work. It's some phone calls. It's some emails.
So the reason why they're not going to do that is because there's so much power that comes with letting illegals in. So for that 4 years under Biden, what they were doing is, if you notice, 14 states have sanctuary cities in them. 4 of those states are fucking swing states: Ohio, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, and California. And when you do that and you increase the population by using illegals, because you count them in your census, you gain Senate seats. And that's what they were doing. They were milking the Senate seats so they can push more of their shit through the Congress. But if you look at the bigger picture of it, in those 4 years, why didn't the governor of Texas declare a state of emergency and shut the border down? Why have we not had any politicians asking for reform? It's the 21st century. It shouldn't take 10 years to become a citizen. It shouldn't take $6,000, right, $15,000 to become a citizen. You shouldn't have people that have been camping out on the border for the last decade waiting to be able to get across.
What would you call that?
This is the 21st fucking century.
What would you call what you just described? What would you call that?
I would call that a manufactured crisis.
Amen.
Manufacturer's crisis.
Were you talking about replacement theory, Kurt?
And not even just replacement theory so much as just they were very, very fucking blatantly, without the support of the American public, allowing us to be overrun. And not even just our own government was allowing this, but if you watch a couple episodes from from Sean Ryan's show, from the Biden administration time, he would talk about these guys from the Darien Gap and how the fucking UN was giving these people the maps to get from the Middle East to Africa to South America and then up through the Darien Gap to Mexico and eventually to the coastline. And I just wanted to make nobody was doing anything about it to stop it.
No, I missed that because I went to get a bottle of water. I just wanted to make sure that I caught up on what you're talking about. Yeah, it's all pre-planned. You need votes.
One just dropped off.
You need votes. You just let them in the country.
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey Q, what's up with you?
We can't hear you.
I have myself on mute so I can.
Oh, okay.
I like your glasses.
Thank you.
Welcome, Gerald.
Thank you. Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
What up?
Good. Thank you for joining us. Right now, we've been talking about ICE right now. What's been going on in not just Minneapolis, but mainly Minneapolis because of the recent shooting or whatever. And so that's kind of where we at right now. We're just going back and forth about what everybody feels about it, the wrongs, the rights, maybe even a solution. Whatever, but that's where we at right now. I know if you had an opinion on that.
My opinion is it's really sad because nothing is being done about it that is effective. And like I mentioned the last time I was actually on the platform here specifically, ICE is not coming to play. These are moves that have been it's really not funny. This is coerced, and it's just a sad space that we're in, and this is more of the reason of why we need to.
Yeah, I
it with each other.
you got, like you said, we got one
So that we're
side.
going towards or moving towards a common plan to not let this happen again, because government is not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, we mentioned before, it's one side thinks this is a game, and one side is definitely not making this a game. So I don't know. I think ICE needs to go away at this point. You can't continue this unless you actually want. Like, that's another one of the things I want to discuss is like, when does this turn into? Say what?
Did we ask for ICE though?
Did who ask for ICE?
Anybody?
Oh,
yeah, the people that voted for Trump did.
Yeah, the Republicans of the states that voted for him, they wanted him in there, and a lot of the people of the city, Chicago definitely called for Trump. Memphis, Tennessee called for Trump.
Well, Trump is one thing, but asking for ICE is another thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going back over like when Trump was sending out the National Guard to clean up streets. Like, that's when they asked for help. They didn't ask for help with ICE. But
we weren't asking for National Guard up here. They just sent them.
No, a couple people that know the whole Chicago flips red thing. They definitely were. But these cities that are using these immigrants as their new voting base, they're not going to call someone to make sure that their voting base gets sent out of their city. I mean, it's a
right. I mean, I just vaguely remember everybody saying like, "Hey, this is about to happen. You might not want to do this," and they're saying, "No, he's just going to lock up the criminals. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to leave us alone. Us working Latinos is good. We good." That's what they were the impression of voting for Trump.
Well, what's minimum requirements? A green card, right?
I mean, the temporary.
The minimum requirement is a minimum requirement's a visa of some kind, a green card, or some kind of legal status that they know you're here, whatever. But the thing is, they're going towards undocumented people. Right. But there's a lot of documented people that have fucked up paperwork. Some of them had DUIs, like we were talking about earlier. And when you're here on a visa, when you're here on a green card, you can't break the law. You get in trouble. You run the risk of getting sent home. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that. So when they say that they're going after criminals, yeah, sure, they can say that, but to what degree? I mean, you've got people out here that think that every single immigrant they've deported is a violent rapist. Right. Where is that? Do you really think that every immigrant's a rapist? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's where that lingo comes in, though, because again, they're saying they're criminals, and technically, like we said, they are. The crime that they're breaking is being over illegally. So they're right, but in our head, when we hear criminals, we're thinking of rapists and killers and drug dealers and all that.
About the real thing, though, the elephant in the room, though, that nobody's talking about for real. This whole immigration thing. Shit, everybody immigrants, though. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, how do we? I'm just keeping it peace. Hold on, hold it. Let me finish my point. All I'm saying is, those without sin throw the cast the first stone. Okay, that's the real. Cause this my thing. The same thing the forefathers and everybody came over here and left England for is what they doing the fuck over here. Okay, you can't shit on your land and then come over here and say I'm a run.
After 1924, we can though.
I'm just saying. I'm laying the premise. All I'm saying is that, like you said earlier, it shouldn't be 6,000. It shouldn't be 15. It shouldn't be nothing. And it varies from region to region because I've done the work. Okay, it varies. So it's not a universal price. It's not for a family price across universal. It's not. It's the region you come from, which is a whole nother story. But all I'm saying is that Trump, your wife was on an Einstein genius motherfucking visa that's been up. She doesn't even have a degree, but she was on the Einstein genius visa. That's fraud. You don't have one transfer.
Then she married a citizen.
Hold it. No, I get the point. You're missing the point. You signed documentation saying that you was receiving this visa under the genius visa. That's you lying on federal paperwork because you never got a college degree. Didn't even attend a college. Okay, so more what I'm trying to say is that
shout out to Slovenia.
You don't have the right to just really mandate this shit like this. Everybody's not from here for the most part, man. Find a real way, man. Get off that shit, man. Like doing that shit.
I think a solution would be like, to me, it's almost like let's say you owe me $30 and it's been 20 years or 10 years. At this point, man, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? I think like they've been here for a certain. I don't know how you prove that. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to.
Man, these people got. But if you can
prove that you've been here, for a while, then hey, man, we missed it, and that's on us.
Right, like talk it up to the fam. Like, why y'all gotta aggressively rip these people that's been taxpayers? Even if they ain't taxpayers, they've been helpers. They've been working, doing shit we ain't gonna be doing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be real though, man. Like he said, like that shit. I mean, it's algebra, bitch. What you do on one side, do to the other side. God damn it, cancel each other out. Like, let's just cancel that shit out, man, and weed them out. Why not just get them acclimated to the new shit? Why can't we gather them up? Right? Okay, look.
Who is the people that want them gone? Keep it real. Who wants them gone? Keep it there.
I don't.
White people,
neo-Nazis, KKK, people that
white nationalists,
white nationalists.
Hey,
yeah,
I ain't trying to be mean, but the Hispanics getting the same thing the niggas got. So I mean, I'm just saying, and they getting it a little bit better than what we had. Shit.
Well, here's a question.
I'm just saying, keeping it.
Do you believe in sovereignty, national sovereignty?
But nobody
you have to have borders.
But I'm saying, who really has national? I mean, so then they came up from England. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's still British control still to this motherfucker to a certain extent. So I mean, do we really have the sovereignty? Huh?
We're a sovereign nation. Yes.
Sovereignty.
I mean, there's other borders that are even worse than ours. I mean, if you go to Europe, you can't.
The crown down and still got some hands over here.
Those countries in Europe.
That's what I'm saying. The crown still holds connections to America. How you want to cut it? What words y'all want to use? The crown has some control in America.
Yeah, they were also owned by Epstein. They were there on the fucking island a million times. Who gives a shit about the crown? We fought an entire revolution 200 years ago to not give a fuck about England. Fuck England.
Exactly. Yeah, fuck England.
But we're doing what we left.
And they're invaded anyways.
Over here. That's what I'm saying.
Like they have no power.
Yeah, they're worse. That's a good point. That's a good point. Since we're talking about England, look at what they're going. Their population went from being 80% white to 30%.
Yeah,
it's a Muslim country now.
60% plus of all the mayoral and governor things. What we're saying is that England and France got invaded by Islam. They basically did the same thing they were trying to do in Dearborn,
Michigan.
Yeah, they're trying to outbreed the populace, and then once they outbreed the populace, they just vote themselves into positions of power. So,
and they did
England, and they did it. Yeah,
they did do it.
Did they do it? Were they killing people?
The governor's seats are
no, they were. Well, some of them are killing people. You get these random stabbings and shit.
It sounds like
even talk against
but that's not why they were
anymore.
doing it. They didn't go in there and, like you said, like on some Thanksgiving shit. No, they overpopulated, and then now let's vote and let's see who wins.
But that's what we're talking about. Why do you talk about the crown?
Out of their handbook. I mean, I think they feel like, you know what I mean? What goes around comes around. Like y'all think y'all gonna dish y'all shit forever and nobody. I mean, y'all doing the same shit. I mean, they was doing it before.
I'm just saying they did it without shedding blood. I think that's cool. That's
my point. The entire time, not a shot was fired, and they basically have conquered England. But
it's the cleanest fucking war in history.
Yeah. How can England or the crown be over the United States if they can't even control their own fucking country? They got invaded. So they have no sway.
I wasn't making reference to them controlling nothing over here. I'm saying that the decisions made in this bitch ain't just from us making no decisions. Y'all know that. So
no, that's
it's the Jews. It's Israel.
I keep hearing Israel all the time. Everybody says
they all in the same. They all in the same circle, and we know who, what, and who ain't.
Hey, Sly, go ahead and explain 50 states, one Israel.
So 50 states, one Israel is about 40 of your favorite politicians take this trip over to Israel, and the basic goal is to sway foreign policy in the United States in a way that would benefit Israel. And through benefiting Israel, it's a business relationship. So those states that have their senators and legislators in this program will reap some of the benefits, which is usually AIPAC money, which is usually money for their campaigns, to vote for and introduce pro-Israel shit into our government and into our laws.
Well, let's
Can I step in here for a moment?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Just really quick. This really isn't about getting rid of criminals because you'd have to get rid of Trump. So this is not about getting rid of criminals. This is about control. This is about simple control. It's that simple. It's about control and trying to control places, people, and all this. And it's just really, it's really a disrespect to the American people.
Sounds like
because it's really about control. It's not about nothing we talking about. It's about control.
I'm just saying, it sounds like you're talking about white supremacy. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm actually talking about control, and it's simple.
Who's controlling? Who wants to control?
So you said who wants to control?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
Okay, so let me go back to the conversation that was just had. The conversation that was just had said it was simply about getting criminals back where they come from or whatever. That's what this platform was saying. And I said, if you get rid of criminals, you would have to get rid of Trump. Again, this is about control, and I don't have to explain it any more than that. It's that simple.
Well,
it's about controlling the American people, having control over people, their decisions, you have so much that shows you that this is control. You look at the food, you look at everything.
Yeah, but who is it though? Is it the Jews? Is it the fucking the Illuminati? Like who do you think is pulling the strings here?
Right.
That's where I don't get.
That's the question. That's the roundabout question.
Hold on, let her
okay,
answer.
So the roundabout question is that, but we're majoring on minor things because I don't care. I don't care about that piece. I don't care about who's controlling it. It could be a lot of people controlling it. You can't really say that. It's a lot of them that's controlling it. The main point here that I'm saying is that it's control, and I'll leave it there.
Okay, so I got a question real quick. One, if you arrest Trump for his crimes, you got to arrest 90% of the government as well. So
I agree.
Of the government.
Okay,
Absolutely.
The secondary thing
That's my point.
If it is control, the reason that we want to know who's in control is because you can't fight a problem without knowing who is to blame for that problem, who is pulling the strings. If you don't understand that, we're not fighting against anything. We're just punching our fist into a wall.
Well, ask yourself the question.
Oh, I think I know.
Okay, well, then explain it to the farmer.
No, I'm with
that's a good answer.
I do think this is Israeli.
Don't mind the stuff. I don't need to talk about that. But whoever you think is in control, we'll just go with that.
Okay.
Who do you think is in control?
Oh, I'm with Sly. I at this point think a lot of American politics and the things that we're doing in America are directly controlled opposition from the Israeli government at this point, because we spend way too much time paying them money. We spend way too much time listening to them tell us what to do. And it just seems like it's a flow from the top as far as information. And to be honest, I lost complete faith in government when this Epstein file whole thing went through and nothing happened.
You just lost faith in the government?
I lost faith in him in 2001.
Hang on. Don't jump on him yet. He's white. He still had faith in the government. Don't jump on. It's not his fault. It's genetics. It's genetics. It's not his fault.
It's not
I misspoke. I apologize. I apologize.
I knew you was gonna slide. I knew you was gonna slide that in there. I knew it.
Anyway,
hold on. Let's ask Key down here. What's up, Key, man? We ain't heard from you, man. How you feel about what's going on in Minnesota?
He looked like a Dominican anyway.
This nigga say like a Dominican.
Right now.
Can't hear him.
Go ahead, Key.
Can't hear you, Key. We can't hear you, Key.
Go ahead. We can't hear you. Can you hear us? No. You gonna have to jump out and jump back in, fam.
All right.
Huh? We just heard him say, "All right." What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
The control aspect goes way above our own.
Oh my God! Well, he'll be back. He's like he was having problems earlier.
So y'all really believe that? I mean, because again, it's not my type of thing. But y'all believe that Israel is basically causing the things that's happening in America? You think that's the root of?
I mean, look at Iran.
That's going on overseas.
I think they blackmailing us. I think they know our pedophilia ring. I think they gave Epstein the cameras to put in that motherfucker. I think he put him in a trick bag, and I think America and they pedophilia, lustful ass ways, nasty ass, carnal ass ways, got they nasty ass in a trick bag, and Israel got the tie up, the ball, they got everything, and I feel like it's making our politicians have to bow down and and do stuff that maybe they don't want to agree with, but because we have this carrot over your head here, and we
That's simple enough. I'll buy that.
That's just my.
I'm not buying it, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm not buying
I'm not
it.
saying no. I'm not saying they the whole. I'm not saying they the whole reason. I'm saying they have influence a little bit.
No. I'm just saying you're not the only one that I've heard that from. A lot of people are saying this, and the reason I just don't buy the whole "we got Trump by the balls" thing is because any movie I've ever seen, even in real life, I've seen people say, "Hey, I'm gonna hold this over your head." And what's stopping that person from still doing what they're supposed to do as far as exposing you? What's stopping them from still exposing you? Even though I'm gonna make you do what I want you to do, what is stopping them from still exposing Trump in the end?
Usefulness, utility. I mean, if you
well,
he's gonna do what I told him to do, but who's gonna stop me from still releasing this bullshit?
Nothing.
Well,
yeah, we got a deal, but so what?
But why would I fuck up my money though? Why would I fuck up my smooth run?
But again,
you gone. After you at the White House, you out the White House.
I'm just saying, period.
Hold on, but we all know when it comes to getting extorted, man, it never stops. So eventually you're gonna get exposed, right?
It only stops when you're not useless and you're not useful anymore. Again, once he's out.
Okay, but his first term, the first trip he took as president was directly to Israel to kiss the Wailing Wall. He's fucking owned, bro. He's an asset. Trump is an asset. Period. He was one of Epstein's best fucking friends. Come on.
I'm not saying now. All I'm saying is in 3 years, who's to say that they still don't expose his ass, and who's going to stop them from exposing him after they've used them up?
Well, they already did.
Every movie you've seen, that happens.
I mean, who's to say the
evidence is already there?
I was going to say, who's to say the limited exposure to the Epstein files isn't a slow leak to put pressure on it? You know, there's
the birthday card alone that he hand wrote Jeffrey Epstein was fucking damning. There's it's a silhouette. If you've never seen it, it's just a hand-drawn like lines, a silhouette with two small little half circles in the middle. It literally is a prepubescent child in this silhouette. And it's handwritten by Donald Trump to Epstein and signed by himself as well. And they've proven that this is a real actual letter that he wrote to him for his birthday. And the little poem that he writes him is creepy as fuck, dude. They are both fucking monsters.
Here's my problem with that, though. My problem is all the Epstein evidence that we've seen is only on Trump when we know damn well there's 1,000 other people that need their
No. I've been through these files and he's not named but twice in most and it's in past. Whereas the other stuff, they named quite a few names.
Your feed is awful right now.
Calling Cap, man. I'm with the Cap on that. I don't believe that either, man.
No, there's names they're not releasing because they're not in a position to be used.
P, if I asked you to make a card for me tomorrow saying some bullshit, how long would it take you to make some bullshit?
I could make it in a couple different handwritings. I could do a bunch of shit for you.
So how do we prove that that's really from Trump?
Yeah, it's kind of like those chats from the
because we had
chats.
Okay, but we already had handwriting analysts go through it and go through the time frame of the same month that letter is from. They had a document that was also signed by Trump, and it fucking matches.
So let's grant.
So I mean, they've gone through a vetting process of this document.
Okay, so it's real. We're granting this thing.
It's definitely real. It's really fucking. It's a real thing.
I know. Okay, so my point still remains, though. Where are the other people? Like, you're trying to tell me that Trump and maybe 2 other Republicans went to the island, but the rest of fucking governments in Hollywood's good? We haven't seen any names.
No. So the reason why you're not going to see any names and the reason why we're not going to see anything happen to the clients is, do you know what a secret indictment is? Do you know what a sealed indictment is? Okay, so basically, we have maybe up until 2019, 2020, we'd have maybe 50 a year. Maybe 50. After Epstein died, we had thousands of sealed indictments that were sent out and went through secret court.
Unsealing them? Why aren't they unsealing some of them?
Because it would destabilize our fucking country. It became a national security issue because of just how many of these fucking people are in this shit.
It's okay to put the president on blast, not the rest of these people.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What names you think you supposed to be looking for?
Well, that's the thing. When they released this last section of files, they were highly redacted. So even when you go through the witness testimony and when you go through the Department of Homeland Security files about everybody that was on his planes, they censor names. They censor birthdays. Sometimes they leave a birthday and leave a first name, but like they don't really give you a full picture of what it is. And I think that the reason they're not going to is because they already had these people. They already indicted them. They already just like, hey, we know you did X, Y, Z. Part of me thinks that COVID was because these people were on house arrest and it would be less suspicious if the entire country was on house arrest for 2 years. That's just me. But, I mean, you know,
Or they're just unused assets. They haven't used them yet, so they won't want to release their names. You know, once they can find a reason to blackmail them and get something out of it, then they might actually release their names.
And the politicians that didn't go to the island are taking money from AIPAC.
But
and I don't understand why they're not under a FISA. But whatever.
But that's my thing from the legal standpoint, right? Just from the Jeffrey Epstein getting charged and all the initial charges from the first ever charge he had of this type of shit. Prosecutors, so when people, I tell people I'm gonna be a lawyer, they be like, oh, yeah, you gotta think negative and shit, right? And like, oh, you pocket, but prosecutors, we don't have to take plea deals. We don't have to give people plea deals. It's to our discretion. You don't have to give a person a plea deal. They gave them the sweetest fucking deals that you could give a motherfucker that took a piece of candy from a baby. I mean, it's so
because the prosecutor was approached. He even said that he was approached by somebody from Central Intelligence that said Epstein's an asset, back away from him.
But listen to what I'm saying. I get that, right? But then there's integrity, then there's an oath you take, right? You still don't have to do that. But see, that's what I'm saying, and that is the point.
See, Skeeto, but that's where we get back to.
I'm just saying, just as a lawyer, period, my nigga. It's to your. It ain't. I don't give a fuck who come and talk to me. If I look at these charges and see that you've done some heinous ass shit, I'm just gonna tell that person, look, hey, CIA, let me show you these charges line by line. God damn it, come on, look at here, look on down here. Come on, you see this first degree?
And then you're gonna die.
You're assuming these people have morals.
Well, guess what? And if I die,
car accident.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going with it. Is that I know that you have
morals. If you ain't willing to die about it, get the fuck on out this motherfucker. If you ain't ready to die about it, sit your ass on that in the motherfucking basement.
Those people in those positions don't give a fuck, Pete.
And that's what I'm saying. And in me in that position, I wouldn't give a fuck because I'm like I said, you're gonna have to either follow me home, put me in a goddamn trunk, and I gotta be gone. But I'm gonna write a note to my family, let them know what it is. Like I document everything else. God damn it. And I'm just gonna tell you what it is because you gotta have some integrity sometimes. God damn it. Because what you reap, what you sow. So you could think that you're
gonna have a chance to
do whatever you want to do.
No. Right?
I mean, but is you gonna have a chance to write
play that video again? Play that video again of that nigga with integrity.
Yeah, play the video.
Play that video that get that nigga that had integrity.
But that's what I'm to whom much is given, much is required, man. And if I'm the prosecutor, I don't gotta give you no plea deal. I can look at the charges, look at everything, the evidence, and I can decide yay or nay. You understand what I'm saying? And if you got any type of moral compass, any type of integrity about yourself, you got a daughter or a son at home, god damn it. How you letting that shit slide like that? I wish I would. No way. Fuck you.
Which integrity video did you want?
Then, bitch. Put me right through the eye then, ho, because I ain't going.
The guy that was kicking the car. The guy that was kicking
Yes. Making sure that's what you wanted.
That's what I'm saying. That's stupid. He deserved to get some type of something. Now, you could have just said what you said, boy, and gone to the crib. You kicking that car, that was basically you saying, come get my ass. That's what it was saying.
They gonna come get him.
I'm ready to scrap.
I kicked your car right out. Let's go. What else do I have to do?
I want to fight. Me having integrity, me choosing not to give no plea deal is not the same as him kicking that car because he's agitating him. I'm having a moral compass, choosing to do what's right. Take your ass to fucking jail. Fuck you,
well, that's the problem. Most people in politics and most people in law don't have a moral compass.
That's why we got to get them up out of there. And that's the thing. Motherfuckers don't want to get them up out of there. That's the thing. Get their ass up out of there. Do your fucking do it.
Well, we're going back into why there's legals here in the first place, and it comes from George Soros funding people. It comes from swaying the votes in the blue states.
Yeah, we're gonna look at integrity again. We like integrity.
I want to see that one more time.
Yeah, go ahead.
His movement January 13th.
The guy that got shot by ICE.
Man, with your
I never said he
acting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot integrity.
I said him doing that is
Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy.
Don't run now,
On the
baby.
morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying that's cool. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying that. That's not the same. I'm saying him doing that is saying like, come back and lock my ass up. Come back and run me over. Whatever y'all willing to do. Now, I'm not saying it's right. RIP, sir. Thanks for serving our country. But if I was out there, I wouldn't run up to take no motherfucking car. And now the motherfuckers that's slinging guns around this bitch, snatching up anybody. I'm going to go in the direction.
That was kind of our
I ran up on them.
If you're doing that, but you're not kicking their car and spitting on them. You're not asking for smoke.
And honestly, if Sly
but I was hoping he maced me though. I was hoping
of us, my nigga. To be real, because again, all of us is goddamn Americans. It ain't even got nothing to do with us. Why are you even out there, my nigga? That's where I'm at with it. Like, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all acting like y'all give a fuck about these Hispanics?
Well, they don't. They're getting paid. So much of these protests have been paid, and it was literally the chick that ran the campaign for Tim Walz is on the board that's funding and organizing most of these protests that are going on in Minneapolis. That just came out this week.
Yeah. And that's why I said they weren't protests. This is two factions beefing against each other, because it's not the people, it's not the Mexicans, it's not local Minnesotans that are coming out to support it. It's these fucking Antifa crazy people that are being bussed in to all these different protests from Portland.
Taking that theater class I'm in right now, it's making me feel like all this shit staged just to bring about something else at this point, because they willing to sacrifice people that look like them now. So I think it's all a stage, and I think they all just acting. I'm not gonna say acting in the sense of like acting like it's a movie, but acting in the sense of behavior that's gonna riot, incite, and shit like that to get shit ruffled up, so they can do other shit. That's what I think.
Well, it's versus Civil War is what it is.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. They're playing chess. They're trying to do something else that's way bigger.
Yeah, everything is fake and gay, and they want to seize ultimate control.
Yeah, and like Q was saying, ultimate control. Like she was just saying. But the thing everybody wants to not act like the elephant in this motherfucker is,
Well, let's hear from Q.
Yeah, I don't know what the elephant is.
Yeah, I'd like to. 1 second, I'd like to hear the elephant.
Yeah, what's the elephant? Because I want to know. I've even said it like 3 times already. I still don't know what the elephant in the room is.
Her hat is the elephant in the room. That hat is hot. Her hat is hot. That's the elephant in the room.
Hold on, but Q.
Yeah.
We would like to hear from you. I mean, I know you've been hearing different parts. I know you've seen the video too. What did you think of the video?
This is the first time that I've actually seen the video where he was kicking the vehicle.
Mine too.
I didn't see that part. I saw what everybody wanted to share.
Amen.
So when it comes down to not knowing the full story of things, it's really heartbreaking though, because at the end of the day, yeah, he kicked the car, whatever, but did it take bullets? And did it take as many bullets as it did take?
That was a completely
different clip on that nigga.
At a certain point, we have to understand that, and I said it, I believe I said it last time, when we're speaking of police, all these other people that supposedly follow law, and you've been giving the authority to be who you are in position, and you don't do right by your position. De-escalating things should be your first thought. I get that we're angry, we're mad, but de-escalate it. It doesn't take a bullet to teach a lesson.
Especially if you're a Christian.
Yeah, but one thing is that wasn't the day he got shot. That was actually a week before. The day? No, it was a week before he got shot. So he was already beefing and kicking cars, and then a week later he started doing it again, and that's when the whole situation, the shooting went down.
They call him an ice chaser.
Oh, he didn't kick a car when the shooting went down.
No,
so my question is, how did all of this? What's the root of the issue here? How did this all start? Because are the people just angry because ICE is walking around doing what they want to do? At the end of the day, if they came here, now it was a rumor going around that they were in Indianapolis, Indiana.
February.
Okay. So the thing is, if let's just be honest with conversation. The thing is, if we know people are coming that don't listen or not willing to be heard, not willing to, you do stay out the way. But what if you come in my territory?
Are they coming in your house?
Huh?
They coming in your house?
No, what I'm saying is, if I'm out doing what I do on a normal base, and I'm minding my own business, but you have an issue, that is my territory.
It's all automatically your territory because something's being done around you.
If you said around me, I said if I'm minding my
own. If you're out shopping and something happens, that's my territory.
That's her personal space. She said,
so let me try to explain this to you a better way.
Okay.
If I am minding my own business, but you feel like you need to address something that I'm doing, that is my territory.
Yes,
As
correct.
getting pulled over.
So that's what I mean by that. Okay. So let me make that clear. Sorry.
Would that
and I heard somebody else say something. I didn't hear you.
Being pulled over, would that be like in invading your territory?
Being pulled over, I mean, what am I pulled over for? I follow, see, this is how I take it. This is how I take it. I follow the laws of the land. So don't bother me.
Hey, no, I hear you. I hear you.
But you wouldn't be getting pulled over if you were, though. Pulled over. So obviously you did something.
No,
you know what I mean. That's what
that's not true.
People get over all the time for nothing. I know. I've been profiled too. I know. I've been profiled too. But you can't have that attitude. But you can't have that attitude when they roll up on you. You know what I mean?
You can't have that attitude.
Let me address that, please. Let me address that, please, because it was said to me. First of all, it's not an attitude. Let's get that correct. What I'm saying to you, you don't know me, so you don't, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, if you pull, I said I follow the laws. Therefore, if you pull me over, you better have a very good reason for doing it. And I am not going to argue with you in the process. I'm gonna take care of it later through lawyers and things. I don't play games out here because I have children, so I do not play games. I have to live again tomorrow to see my kids and raise them. So I don't play that game. So this is not an attitude. This is just real talk.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people don't have that.
I follow laws of the land, and so I don't deal with all the extra.
So what you're saying, like, I agree with you 100%. Because we talked about this a couple of weeks ago on one of our topics, as far as when a cop pulls you over, what is your main goal? And I asked, what was your main goal if you get pulled over? And everybody said, well, to go home, to get out of there. And I'm like, all right, so start treating these traffic stops like that is your goal. Stop arguing, stop cussing, stop getting in their face. Just go home.
Correct.
You know, and that's what happens. So I'm glad I agree with you 100%. You're very,
correct.
I like that.
No, I agree as well. I don't have no argument with that. Is that when he said attitude, I don't think he meant like attitude. I just
okay.
Yeah, I don't think he meant like
it's not an attitude on either side of it.
Yeah, or like he thought that you're going to have the attitude of, hey, this is my space. What are you pulling me over for? But you're telling, hey, no. You asked me if I'm from here. You need my ID. You need my pet. Whatever you need, I got you.
Yep.
And I know the law, so be very careful how you deal with me.
Well,
I'm not gonna do a back and forth. I'm not a back and forth person. I'm not gonna do the back and forth. What I'm gonna do is handle it through higher up.
You can get there. That's the thing. If you get there, because
I'm gonna get there.
No, I hope you do. But the way these niggas is acting out here,
I get it, but sometimes it's not about. Sometimes I will say this: a lot of people has nothing to do with me. I am not to take it personal, but all I'm gonna say is just be careful how you deal with me, because it's not going to be a level of back and forth. It just can't be, because it's not going to end well for either of us. Therefore, I know that, so I treat the situation. I don't take it personal. I'm just notating it here so I can have a conversation later.
Word. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Okay.
No, I agree with you.
Shout out to Cal 10 for joining the boys. What's up, brother?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
what's up, bro?
Man, what y'all
What's up, Cal?
Right now,
I wanted to go back real quick.
Areas, figure out what he got going on here.
We got two up there.
I wanted to go back real quick to the elephant.
What's the elephant?
Ski just said, what if the elephant's the elephant?
Oh, the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. As the resident beaner, I would like to know what the elephant in the room is about the immigration thing.
Oh, she's talking about control. She's talking about, we're talking about just the, person want to control everything and control everything. I mean, what's known don't got to be explained. I mean,
no, it does need to be explained if
it
there's
doesn't.
an elephant.
We already kind of said who it is. I mean, do we have
who
to?
Is it?
You know what color they are. I mean, I'm just
talking about white people.
Yeah, she's talking about white people.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
what we doing here? Why are we playing guessing games?
It's a scapegoat.
You're saying white people are the elephant in the room. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, we were talking about when Cree was talking about control, and he was asking her who, and she was like, it's not about who is just the control. And I said the elephant in the room. We know who to control, who wants to control.
Right, because that's what I was assuming. She said that's why I said it. She's talking about white supremacy.
Well, let's talk about that then. Who is the elephant in the room? I would like to know. Let's let the viewers know who is it.
Well, if we can get to an open discussion about who it might be instead of just white people.
Well, I guess what I'm saying. Okay, let me start the conversation then. So when I say that there's no black people or African in America or in those positions of power.
Are you
sure? They're Anglo-Saxons.
There definitely is.
DEI. Sure, there's not Supreme Court justices, congressmen, senators.
Let her finish, and you can respond. Just let her finish.
So what I'm saying is, the people who are making the rules, who's doing the 50 states in one Israel, the people who's sending the people over to Israel for the conventions and all that, they're not black people financing those trips. They're not black people financing them think tanks. It's not black people financing all that. Okay, so all I'm saying is the color of the people who are making the decisions from UN. Yeah, they do have a representative from every country. Slapbox, they do. So it's a multi-diversity. But I'm saying when it comes to the strings being pulled and handled, from the Bilderbergs on up, right? They don't look like me. They don't look like EK or News or Q or Cal. Or maybe they might be light skinned. They might look a little. They might.
Somebody in the comments.
They're white. So I just want to make sure I see
the
argument here. Because they're white, it's white supremacy.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that the people who control and make the rules are white. So you can put whatever other word behind it you like.
No,
I'm saying, but it's not. Black people don't make no rules.
Hold on, Ski. Hold on. So P, since we getting into it, because when you were saying white on white, what do you mean by white on white?
When did I say that, and what was it about?
Well, when we was in our
private conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, I said as far as
go ahead.
Like the conflict in Minnesota, because I was only relating this to the conflict in Minnesota. Yeah, it's a white group of Antifa versus a white, well, not completely white. There's black and there's Mexican ICE agents too, but mostly, we'll call it a white faction because it mostly is. It's two white factions beefing against each other. There's no superiority thing here. It's just these two fucking factions that don't like each other because they're on opposite sides of the spectrum. Then they're beefing with each other because they're told that they hate each other. What part of that has anything to do with controlling the country from a white to top down way? Like, you have to prove that white superiority or white supremacy is an actual thing. And when you go look in government, you got the Supreme Court justices, congressmen, you have city council members, mayors, governors, all positions held by black people in positions of power. But then you want to say that white people are holding those people back in power. Like, there's no, like, you have to have some proof behind what you're saying that it's white supremacy.
So, Cal, let me jump.
Jasmine Crockett is a white supremacist.
Who'd you say?
Said Jasmine Crockett is a white supremacist.
No, don't worry. We getting back to you though. But Kyle, what's going on, man?
Now that you know what we're talking about.
Hey man, so to think about it in a more broad picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, to piggyback on there, I think I had these discussions outside with other people that I talk with at work. To me, what I think it all comes down to is class warfare. Amen. I think color right now is used as a tool to keep people divided. And then whenever, you know what I'm saying, like, you got to look at and cycles that everything goes on. Like, we either talking about gun control, we talking about LGBTQ, we talking about you talking about immigration, we talking about abortion and all the other shit. These things are set to keep the argument going and keep people to pit people against each other. I think it's bigger. The bigger scope, the things that we need to look at is more class warfare. You have people of different races. You have like Saudi Arabia. You have the Europeans. You have the Anglo-Saxon people that are the rich elite, that are the 1%. They're not all white, but good majority of them are. And what they're doing is creating this class program. The idea is we got to keep the eye on that. The goal is for them to eliminate the middle class, so it could be a high class, poor class. That's the struggle that's going on, and we getting mad.
That sounds like slavery.
This is why I call it like a play action. It's like, you know what I'm saying, whenever we like playing football, you fake it like you're giving it to the running back, but you got one of your wide receivers on the go route and nobody's paying attention to him.
Nope.
So like what we doing is like right now where our primary focus is on what's going on. These are like spikes. I read a lot of books back in the day, and especially like I read a lot on Kennedy and Martin Luther King like 10, 12 years ago. And the thing a common term I kept on hearing was spikes. They purposely do things to see how the public react to it. And so what they're doing right now is intentional. They know what the fuck they're doing right now.
Exactly.
They are intentionally causing a spike to divert our attention to have our primary focus on what's going on in Minnesota with immigration, while they're doing something else that's a bigger play.
Yep.
The bigger play I also would say is pay attention. Like I also thought that like ICE, I think that like if you would have think about this, if you would have put National Guards and the Army in every big city, they started with that at first. You see, they abruptly stopped that shit and went from putting the National Guard out to putting ICE in some of these major cities. Because when they was putting out the National Guard in the major cities, people was in the uproar like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, they were getting really
like,
close to posse
let's trick them
comitatus.
because some of these people ain't as stupid as what we think. So you put ICE out there and you do immigration. Who they shot? They shot 2 white people, right? So they masking ICE for their agenda. Like over here in Kansas City, South Kansas City, they about to put an ICE detention center in South Kansas City. What the fuck?
Got one coming
ICE detention
we got one coming on the east
Why
side.
is immigration a big issue all the fucking sudden? Like
they need that pay for profit.
When Trump was, I mean, you know, he was on that shit like back when his last presidency, but like, how come all of a sudden now it's an uproar with that shit?
Well, I think we'd have a much bigger problem with. I think we'd have a much bigger problem with what went on in Venezuela.
Let me pop out and pop back in real quick.
You good, Cal? I think Cal's right in a lot of senses there, because that's why I'm always like kind of preaching come togetherness instead of separationists and shit like that. It's really hard to do. But he makes a good point with the distraction method, because I think we might, as Americans, we might have had a much bigger uproar and a much bigger problem with what went on in Venezuela and what is trying to go on in Greenland if we didn't have such a massive quote unquote problem here with immigration, because it fills up your news space and nobody pays attention to anything else.
Iran is a bigger deal than Greenland is.
Yeah, it is.
We have an entire carrier group going to Iran right fucking now.
Greenland, your days are numbered.
You know what's crazy about that is this happens all the time.
Amen.
That's why I said you can't major on minor conversation, because this happens. This didn't just happen this year. Every time there's something going on, there is an eye to what's going on to take off the eye of what's really going on. This happens every time. So when do we wisen up?
Amen.
When you stop watching the news?
Yeah, that helps.
Man,
it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Watch the news and understand that shit's a distraction, but also be aware of the other shit that they might have up their sleeve. Like, be open-minded. Instead of looking at one source, look at both sides. Look at Fox and look at CNN and come up with like what's your story from there. But then also, if they putting so much attention for something, start looking into what else is going on.
I do that all the time.
Also, look into the people that live in the area of the effects. So if you're having something that goes on in Los Angeles, don't look at fucking CNN. Go online to Twitter, go online to YouTube, and see what the people that actually live in Los Angeles are telling you about what's going on in Los Angeles. Because there's always, like he said, there's always going to be a distraction. There's always going to be that rollout from that.
Because that AI center in Memphis is horrible. It took me to go home to hear people that live by there.
Was it data center?
Elon Musk.
Was it like a data center that got installed?
It's a data center / like he gonna be building like different like Noid type of shit, like
those things suck the area dry of power.
They was running 33 gas propane like heat fans or whatever, and they had no permit, and Memphis just been letting them do whatever they want to do. But it takes you to go home because Memphis spinning like, the EPA and and all that. Nah, it's tested past levels and everything. So you kind of got to do your little research on that shit, because if not, you're gonna get one side.
I think
to expand on
was. Go ahead,
Cal. To expand on that Elon Musk shit, he wasn't worried about that consolidating debt when he was working with the government. He was
nope.
He was securing investments. He was setting up the power play. And as soon as he was like, all right, I done everything I could. My business is good. I'm about to make another $1 billion. Have fun.
Well, you know why he bought Twitter, right?
Yeah. And then like look,
no, you know why he bought it.
No, why did he buy it?
Because it had receipts. Twitter's been going on for 25, 30 years now, and people post shit on Twitter every day. They don't want to post on Twitter and delete it. As soon as it's deleted, it's saved in metadata. So all these congressmen, all these actors and things that may have admitted or said some stupid shit on Twitter back in the day, he has all of that. So he bought that for a
I don't think it's that. What I think he bought Twitter for was the fact that you had a glorified, weaponized social media machine. Because if you notice that after he bought it and fired 98% of the staff, it's worked just fine.
Not only that,
without this, nobody gets canceled anymore.
Exactly. I was just about to say nobody gets canceled. I was just about to say that. Thank you.
With this fake ass woke mob, and it's funny because when Elon Musk was doing Doge, I don't think Doge was what it was meant for. I don't think Doge was to clean up the government. What it was to do was to clean out the deep state's apparatus, which was USAID. Now, if you notice that since USAID is no longer funded, we stopped seeing all the gay shit forced on us. We stopped seeing all the DEI shit forced on us. We started seeing the movies have gotten better these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's no more psychological warfare.
How so?
Because they're not shoehorning gay shit into it. They're not force feeding us characters based on their sole premise is inclusion at the cost of the story. Now, you know what I mean? You can have gay character. You can have a character that just happens to be fucking gay, but it doesn't need to be their whole personality, the whole fucking movie. You know what I mean?
Producers are still you still have the same people making the movies and making the films. Like you saw, I don't know if anybody you saw because it's terrible, but the last season of Stranger Things was basically one long series of a come out. It was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I thought it was going to be a powwow. It was not.
Yep.
Yeah, they still have an influence, sure, but they're not getting the same cash incentives that they were getting from USAID. You don't see a lot of these influencers that once the paychecks stopped coming, they came out with it and posted screenshots of the money that they were getting, $5-10 grand a post for whatever it is that USAID wanted them to talk about.
Yep, they just dried up.
Interesting.
And it's been quoted by John Kiriakou that USAID did all the shit that the CIA refused to do. If it was too dirty for the CIA, they gave it to USAID.
Go figure.
Hey, real quick, have y'all watched? Have y'all read that book, 1984?
Yes.
That's my favorite, James Orwell.
Yeah. So all the stuff that he was talking about in that book is actually came to life in a different way.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we always like to say it was the instruction manual, and it wasn't supposed to be.
Hey, Cal, I don't know what's up with your mic. Can you get closer, Cal?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Surely. Much better.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good music.
Cal's trying to clean up his mic real quick, I guess. Yeah, we always said that wasn't supposed to. 1984 was not supposed to be an instruction manual. He'll be back.
But see, a lot of that started under Obama, and even a lot of the immigration shit started on Obama, which is why during Biden's when Trump was the first term, and they were like, "Oh, you're deporting people, whatever. You got them in immigration camps and kids in cages." And he asked him, "Well, who built the cages, Joe? You fucking did as vice president for Obama."
Mute.
Yeah, Obama and them did have them kids at the border and them cages and shit. We ain't gonna Obama, Hussein did have them little kids.
And then with the Snowden stuff, yeah, when Snowden came out, they stopped spying on Americans for 2 years and then brought back the program under a different name.
Yep, I was gonna say
out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, once we forgot about it.
Man, like I said, man, I think everybody's getting their turn. What boggles me is these people that are getting injured or shot or hurt aren't even illegal. Like it's like the illegals that are getting caught are acting more fucking civil than the people that got goddamn papers and shit.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing?
Okay, yeah, but let me tell y'all
Goofy.
Yeah, so I called Andre Carson's office today, right? And I talked to his liaison, Linda, today. And she confirmed that the bill was passed in the Senate, right, for Indiana to comply, our local police and stuff to comply with ICE and right? Because they had to pass a legislation, because if not, they separate. And they could, like stand around and step in and, oversee basically. But they had to pass a legislation so Indiana police and stuff would not. That's silly as hell to me too, though, right? I don't know. We passed a law. But anyway, so I asked her, I said, so, who does it affect? She said, I said, well, is it going to be in certain areas? I said, so they're going to be in Carmel, Fisher, all those areas. She's like, well, they just said a high crime area, high traffic area, whatever. She was like, I said, so what would I need to have on me? I said, this feels like I'm a slave and I got to have my free papers or I have a pass to walk. She told me I needed to have a copy of either my birth certificate, my ID, or a copy of my passport, and I needed to sign a privacy release form, basically that I can get from any district's headquarters, right? Or you can go online to indiana.gov and put privacy release. Basically, you fill out the privacy release, fill out your information top, then I would have maybe my daughter at the bottom fill out, because say something happened to me and they take me off the street just because I didn't have the paper, right? I didn't have none of my paperwork or whatever. They'll call my daughter or whatever. This is how they supposed to do it. Let me put that up there.
Real quick, Ski, with all this stuff that you're required, is this just to be at a protest?
No, this is with ICE. I called Andre Carson's office.
Oh, well, why would you need papers?
She said, when I called, because I said, is it targeting Hispanics? She said, I cannot, it's not, she said, it's not one race of people. The Linda lady today.
That's okay. The news only portrays it like it's only Hispanics, but yeah, there's illegal Asians and Africans and Haitians.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. So she can't say that, but she said, I said, so me being an African American woman, a citizen, right? She said, I would advise, because I said I'm on a podcast tonight and I want to make sure I relay the right information. She said, basically, she said you need to have a copy of your ID or your birth certificate or in your passport. She said, if you got your passport copy, you don't need your ID and your birth certificate copy.
But an ID will suffice, right? Just an ID.
It's or you don't need all three. You need or.
You're always carrying your ID.
Yeah, she said no. She said you can have if you have the passport copy, you don't need the birth certificate and the ID. She said because the ID really just show your residence. It doesn't say if you legal or not. It just says the city, the state, your last address, and show your little picture in the real part. It don't show nothing. She said birth certificate copy and a copy of your ID. If you have those two, that's fine. But if you don't have that, you got a passport, that one copy will be enough. But she said that you should have it on your person at all times. And when she said that, I got triggered. I'm like, damn, I'm 44 and 26, and I gotta have a motherfucking paper on me for how long?
Just looking out for you, just making sure you have
since you're a citizen, you don't have to have that paperwork on you, because if they detain you and you're a citizen, you're looking at big fucking money, bro.
Yeah, but this goes back to what we were saying earlier. Just show them your ID.
In these cities that's got ICE there, that's been detained, from lawyers to doctors to working people that's got detained that ain't illegal. That's citizens.
Yeah, I'm Mexican, bro. You don't gotta fucking tell me. Yeah, I know. Trust me, it sucks. But you're black. You don't have to worry about it as much.
Listen, I'm asking the lady. I'm telling Linda today at the Congress office that I'm a black woman. Hey, Linda, I'm a black woman. I'm 44 years old.
Linda's a fucking idiot.
She looks kind of Dominican too. I can't lie. You look a little Dominican.
But you know what? I can't let you slide, brother. I cannot let you slide. I heard you say something about Jasmine Crockett. So what was you saying again? I heard you.
I said Jasmine Crockett's a white supremacist.
I heard you.
This nigga been having troubles for 15 minutes. Came back and brought that shit back.
I sure the fuck did.
It's the last thing he heard.
Right.
Sure the fuck did. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Who the fuck is Jasmine Crockett? First of all, who the fuck is Jasmine Crockett?
You know who she is? She's a Congress girl from.
She's the one with the horsehair weave in Congress.
And she
okay. Now I know you're talking about. Now I know you're talking about. Yeah.
See, now we know.
Here you go. Okay, all right.
She be talking her shit though.
Yeah, she do.
Yeah, then that's all it is. She talks shit. That's all it is. She's a fake ass person, bro. That's not a real politician. That's not a real politician.
You don't like Kamala, you shouldn't like her.
They ass though. They be mad like she read that motherfucker do his ass about motherfucking Trump and coming to get her ass, and she said his ass was a criminal. You changed the law, nigga. She read that nigga every motherfucking thing he passed up there on his raggedy ass. And I ain't even.
She's a criminal too.
She is a thief.
Wait, hold on. I need
It
to
takes
hear
a criminal
this.
to know
I
one.
gotta hear
This
this.
is what we were getting at earlier. They're all fucking criminals. You can't call somebody else a
but I
criminal
give
for a
credit where
criminal.
credit is
Like,
due. And since me up there bringing their ass to the booth, I'm not saying her integrity. I'm not judging none of that. I'm saying she can be some little ratchet ass shit sometimes. She talk a little ebonically too much. She don't have no decorum or nothing. But the bitch do be on their motherfucking roll, and they be mad at that black woman because she be on their.
But she's not, because she's not doing anything. If she actually gave a fuck, if she actually gave a fuck, she would be doing something for her constituents, and she's not doing shit for them. Period.
Yes, she has. I don't even like the bitch, but she been fighting for they trying to redistrict her motherfucking whole community out the goddamn out of her district, out of her area. Make it be,
Yeah. Do you want to know? Okay, so let me explain to you why they're redistricting. If you look at the districts in Illinois, and if you look at the districts in Texas, they don't make fucking sense. They're cut out in a way that the most populated areas are blue, and they do this. They fucking zigzag and go in the most retarded fucking way, where half these communities aren't even connected to each other. So yeah, that's why they're redistricting.
Like they just tried to ask Indiana to do our motherfucking redistricting and zoning, nigga. The cops are half the black neighborhoods in Indianapolis and Indiana saying, hell fucking no. Nigga, they tried to
because they don't know what the fuck redistricting is. They just see it as white supramacy and it's bad. They don't know what the fuck redistricting is. Come on.
Wait a minute. Some people know.
Hold on.
Slow down. Go ahead, EK.
No, I was saying, what you mean white supremacy? I know you put that out there real quick.
He's saying it's a blanket statement for something that somebody doesn't understand.
Right. When we talk about redistricting and the fact that a lot of these people say no to redistricting, it's because they don't understand exactly what the fuck it is. They don't understand that they've been in manufactured districts for 15, 20 fucking years, because that's what the Democrats have been doing this whole fucking time since 2001.
So where's the representation gonna be if they was a redistrict? They already ain't representing them doing shit now. And the ones that do
exactly. So what does it fucking matter? What does it fucking matter?
It does matter. I'm talking about not outside of Jasmine Crockett area. I'm talking about the ones who got black people in that area that can't seem to get their motherfucking side of town and get their areas together. Well, they don't got the Jasmine. They got the motherfuckers.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with?
Then why is the ghetto still the ghetto?
Yeah.
If these blue cities cared about fucking people, why is the ghetto still the ghetto 30 fucking years later? Why?
It's always going to be a lower class. It's always going to be, like you said, either we're going to have higher class, lower class, or we're going to have higher class, middle class. Give me 1 second, EK. Go ahead.
What is the ghetto?
Hold on. EK, Eric, can you hear us, EK?
I mean, I'll answer Eric's question, but I know he's asking Sly.
Fuck all that. I want to hear, because we've been talking enough.
Can y'all hear me?
We got company. Nah, we can't hear you, man.
I don't know what happened.
We got company.
He said, "No, we can't hear you."
We got company.
All right.
What's going through your mind right now? You've been super silent. What's on your mind right now? Talk to us.
Who?
You, baby, you.
I'm just listening. I'm really just listening, but somebody's got to be poor and somebody's got to be rich.
I agree.
That's true. And then like to expand on that, it's like you can't, some people out there is go-getters and other people just not.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to the trailer parks, you're gonna find the same thing. Like if you go to the trailer parks off like 10th and it doesn't matter where it is.
Post Road.
But you go to like, yeah, let's go Post Road or something like that. Then you go to like 38th and MLK or something like that. Both situations are affected equally by the same problem. It just looks different. So, I mean, the ghetto to me is any, like they were talking about, any very low income area that has problems with housing, that has problems with getting jobs, that has problems with crime. And it's those kind of qualifiers that I think should be used. And maybe we shouldn't use the word ghetto, but then again,
redlining and shit, we couldn't get nowhere in no upper better neighborhood. We had to make do.
Nah, see, I don't agree with the redlining. I don't think there was a reason for redlining.
I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
Redlining is a real thing. Redlining
yes,
is a real thing.
Oh, you're talking about redlining with housing. See, every time you say redline, I'm assuming
no,
no,
I'm talking about the housing.
Yeah, I was thinking about that stupid bus line that was supposed to go.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the housing.
You're talking about housing.
We couldn't get no loans or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't get loans. We couldn't have the man in the house. I mean, I'm just saying it was a lot of factors to shit where we had to settle. You feel me? I'm just
but
saying.
It was passed.
But I do have a question. I do have a question for the gentleman that did say ghetto. What do you mean by that?
Thank you. That's what I want to know. What do you mean by ghetto? What is your definition of ghetto?
Respectfully, because I can handle real conversation.
He was muted.
Who was that talk?
Go ahead.
Yeah, who keeps muting me? All right, so when I say ghetto, what I mean is we're an area, usually an urban area, where the median income is less than 20 grand, is less than the national poverty average. That's what a ghetto is. The median income in this specific area is lower than the poverty level. 20 grand a year.
Relax. And the reason why
I'm relaxed. I'm just saying that's what the fuck it is.
I don't go back and forth. I said relax. That's a good thing for you. Because really, to be very honest, you said it's an urban area.
Yes, usually it's an urban area in a major city. Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah, you're not going to have ghetto farms. It's just
exactly. You're not going to have a ghetto in the middle of Oklahoma unless it's outside of Tulsa. Unless it's outside of Tulsa, a major city.
There's no such thing as an urban trailer park. Go ahead, baby.
Yes, there is. How do you figure? How do you figure?
There's nothing.
Oh, you mean as far as culture goes? Culture.
Yeah, there's
goes.
nothing urban about a trailer park.
You. Yeah, I got you.
Urban. There's nothing urban about a trailer park. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, what my point is here is, it's very wise to be careful how you articulate what you're saying.
Well, that's the beauty of America. I don't need to be that specific about it. Like it's the median income is 20 grand, whether it be a trailer park or an apartment complex, it's the same fucking thing.
It's fine that you say that, but I did not interrupt you. That's together. So I didn't interrupt you when you were talking. I wanted to hear what your thoughts were, which is why I said relax. I'm a different breed, so I handle things differently. I wanted to hear what you say so I can hear your perspective. I can always respect perspectives, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's all it is. What we talk about, that's
it.
Are
there any issues with his thoughts as far as what he defines a ghetto as?
No, there's never an issue with. It's not an issue.
No, I'm just saying.
It's his. No, what we're not doing is changing the narrative.
I'm not changing the narrative. I was just asking if you had a problem with his.
No, I don't have a problem with anything that anyone says. It's his perspective. That's his perspective.
But you said you should be careful how he talks. So that means you have a problem with something he said.
To me, because it's a relaxing conversation. We don't have to do the back and forth and the interruption.
Well, that's how conversations go, though.
No, you don't interrupt when somebody's talking.
She was saying that she didn't interrupt him. She let him talk. So
that's what I was saying. I have sat here quietly and I've listened to everyone. I don't interrupt people when they're talking. So I want that same respect.
That's fair. Understood.
But I just wanted to hear his perspective.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Understood.
And to mine, when you, because again, if she heard the word, because I don't remember myself, I've been kind of, so I didn't hear the word urban, but if she heard the word urban, I believe her. And so
I said urban. I said urban 100%.
I disagree with that because again, I don't know if you guys ever been to a place called Little. Where did I go? Little something Kentucky. I don't know where it was. It's some little. Trust me, it was a ghetto. It was a ghetto.
But that's why I followed up with the stipulation of in a place with an average income of less than 20 grand a year, which is the baseline for poverty. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I preface it with yes, I say it usually an urban area, yes, but I also followed it up with the median income being below the poverty line of 20 grand a year.
I'm willing to bet you. I don't know the answer to this, but I'm willing to bet you there's more. Sorry, P. I'm gonna let you go through this. I'm willing to bet you there's more unurban ghettos than there are urban ghettos. Go ahead, P.
Absolutely. I can't disagree with that.
I think the issue is just semantics, him using the word urban, but when he qualified it with the 20 grand, that's where the definition lines right there. So his definition of a ghetto would be 20 grand or lower as far as the poverty limit. So I think that's where kind of we left off there.
Trailer park's no different than going to the projects. You know what I'm saying? You have your local militia, you got your local groups, you got drugs, you know who you can and can't fuck with. It's the same fucking thing as the ghetto. Nobody obeys gun laws. It's open air drug markets. Nobody fucking cares. And that is like the epitome of America. 90% of America is that. Is my point. 90% of America is that.
So
the only
you trying to
difference is
say
people don't
the
usually get shot in
ghetto?
a trailer park.
The white ghetto?
Yes, the white ghetto is a trailer park. Yeah. The white ghetto is a trailer park.
Except the projects make talented people.
The rednecks do too.
Outside of Eminem, I don't know anybody from
Look at these country ass singers.
I don't know anybody from the trailer park.
Most of the trailer park people go to work.
Yeah, they work for a living.
Like I said, hey, I'm not talking about no fucking workers. We all fucking work. My kid works, my nigga. We all work.
No, we don't all work. That's the problem.
Projects are making billionaires and millionaires. I don't know. Outside of Eminem, I don't know anybody.
Who was the last?
Yeah, but that's just it though. Those same rappers you're talking about that get rich off rap. How did they fund that time in the studio? How did they fund those cameos? They sell dope in the ghetto, bro. Like, come on, let's be real.
They sell the dope with the white people up in Carmel. They don't just sell the y'all kill me. I've been letting y'all talk about that shit all this time. The main motherfucking man that called me live up in Carmel, nigga, and he got the biggest play in the house. It ain't just the in the hood when they go and do that. They make more money up in Fishers and Carmel and shit. The doctors call us and shit. Now, baby, it ain't just them 20 to 10 down in the hood. It's motherfucking Michael and Olivia now.
You're right, basketball and football too.
Oh my God! Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hey, that's what
My bad. I forgot sports. I'm sorry. I forgot sports. Okay.
Oh my God! Here you go. Anyway, we got Coco in here. How you doing, Coco? Can you hear us?
She muted right now. Can we unmute her or she muted herself?
Unmute her.
Getting herself together. If she can't, she muted herself. She muted herself.
Okay, she muted herself. Okay.
Yeah, she muted herself.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a good conversation we're having. But...
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
She said she can't hear. So what you probably need to do is jump back out and then jump back in, Coco.
Hold on 1 second. Try to get that right. Kyle, what you got to say about anything?
I know. Look.
You like you got a lot on your mind over there.
I know he's ready.
I know you think something nice over there on the stove. What's up?
No. I'm just.
Oh yeah, I cook too. Y'all want to see what I cook too?
Nah, man, we ain't talking to you, man. We got guests, man. Go ahead.
Man, fuck.
No. I'm just taking in what y'all saying. I think that like when you talk about the ghetto, you gotta when you bring up the ghetto, I think when you bring it up, you gotta be a bit more specific because our biased mindset will automatically think about the urban core. And when I was,
he said urban too, Kyle. He
said urban.
He said
urban. When you start to jump into that, like we automatically thinking, and then when we think about urban and ghetto, we first go to black people. And then like when I was just thinking, it was just like when you say the income level is 20,000 and below. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of other nationalities that live under that poverty line. Now, would they be considered as ghetto too? Some of those neighborhoods.
Well, I never said black people.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's plenty of Mexicans.
Urban. So when you say urban, we know what that means, right?
Yeah, urban has an implication.
We know what that means. You know.
Well, for me being from here, that even includes Humboldt Park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying, like let's you know what I'm saying, be on some real shit like outside of this in a discussion when we talk about it and we have these other discussions, like do we even like when we see the other low income neighborhoods, do we start is our initial verbiage is saying that they're ghetto too. When I
would say so, yeah.
Yeah,
like
I do.
What other verbiage do we have to use?
I ain't gonna lie. If I see a white ghetto, I ain't calling it ghetto. I'm gonna call it a piece of shit. Look where hood ghetto, whatever. But when I see white people, I ain't gonna call it ghetto. This is a piece of.
Well, I mean, to Cal's point though, we don't really have another word to describe that kind of area. So,
but yeah, because and what I'm saying, like, cause like throughout history, we ain't walking into a low income. You know what I'm saying? Like white neighborhood being like, this is the ghetto. That's not that term.
No, but it's the same
it's
thing.
Not associated with them. So it's like when we hear the word ghetto, like initially what we think is about the urban core. I think I think that you hit on a lot of good points on what you're saying. I don't disagree. But I would say also just like the way, you know what I'm saying, like what other terms can we use when we talk about the low income neighborhoods?
Well, we coined that term here in Chicago, and they started it with when they started gentrification in a lot of these neighborhoods. They call it a low income urban area. That's what it's called. That's what they call the ghetto, and they call the West Side the Wild Hunters. They call all that shit. It's a low-income urban area. That's what they call it. They've coined that term. They use it legally.
There's a lot of blacks in Chicago.
I mean, there is, but there's a lot of Mexicans too. You know, it's a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Hispanics, blacks. That's urban. Yeah.
So, does anybody care what the true definition of urban is?
No.
As long as
Yeah,
there's a
relate
in
to
front
the
of it.
characteristic of a town or city as opposed to countryside or a village. So honestly, saying urban is probably a good way to describe it if you go by the definition of the word.
That's not what we use it for, though.
Yeah,
That's not what we use it for.
I understand
It's
that
a
there's a culture
qualifier.
difference and a definitional difference. Yes, I know. I understand that.
You can know what the real definition of a word is, but the terms of it, of how people use it, you have to take that in effect as
Correct.
well.
Yeah,
Like
there's
the
a
word
culture
bad.
aspect, and then there's a descriptive aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just conversation. I mean, I don't take anything personal. You have to compartmentalize conversations. And you can't
nothing
take
is
everything
personal on here.
personal,
We're
but
just
you
having a
can get clarity on what a person is saying.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
In comparison, in comparison, when we saying ghetto and urban, the analogy what I think of is saying a janitor and maintenance technician. You just polish the term on it.
Tomato.
Yeah, it is
You
kind
make
of tomato
it.
tomato.
You make it for public relations and people. You know, what I'm saying, talking to the public, they be like the urban core and just stay in the ghetto.
No, you're right. In the 80s, it was the ghetto. In the 90s,
Yeah,
it was the
they're
ghetto.
just
It's a
choosing to
fancy
put.
way of saying it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
just a nice way of saying
Amen.
something bad
Right.
now.
It reminds me of that George Carlin stand-up where he talks about how we just soften up the language. You know, we
Mhm.
just change up the language and soften
Well, and that
it
goes
up.
back to the 1984 that he was talking about. One of the goals is to remove harmful language and remove anything that anybody would be considered offensive. So, I mean, at what point do we
Yeah,
start?
low-income urban area is less offensive than calling it the ghetto.
And that's why I fucked with Trump, though, because he was offensive. He was offensive in a time where nobody was trying to be offensive.
It felt
stood
good to
out.
hear somebody just talk that shit.
Yeah, it did. It felt like the white 50 Cent. It did. It did.
Levels to it.
Yeah, they both from Queens, just different eras. It felt like the white 50 Cent in politics, dog, with his suit on. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I got these. You know what's wild is I work for the school district here in Kansas City, man, and like I gotta set up a lot of their meetings and shit, man. They had a meeting today about like this stuff and about ICE, because like they know ICE is coming. Like ICE is coming in our city. They coming up in the schools. They doing all this shit, man. Like what I think what I do is like in the group chat or something. If y'all got PowerPoint, I'll share that PowerPoint with y'all and see the shit that they telling principals and administrators inside these schools to get prepared for this. The shit is mind blowing. This shit like like when Trump first got in, they took out the equity and inclusion and all the other shit. And you know, we like I would say like people got different views on it, but like especially like when you dealing with like the shit that been going on in the inner city for a long time, you know that shit's about to ramp back up when they start doing some of this shit and it's little slick things. And that's why I'd be like, I'm watching they strategically finding some way to pit people against each other. What they doing right now in society is intentionally pissing people off to start some shit. And they're gonna have us destroying each other first. And then once whoever's left, they're gonna come in and pick them motherfuckers off too.
I mean, why get your hands dirty if they can do it for themselves, you know?
Right.
Check your text.
Well, I mean, I'm a bit of an accelerationist, so like I'm kind of hoping for the end game here. Let's let some ICE agents get clapped by some of these fucking Antifa people. Let's mobilize the fucking government. Let's have these states secede from the union. Let's get it going. That's where this is heading anyway. Let's just fucking get there already.
I want to say something though. I want people to, when you get up here, when y'all get some free time, I want y'all to correlate the states that are getting ICE there, right? Rounding up, because 38 states are in default or they prison paid contracts, and in the prisons is yielding on those contracts and they want to be paid, because ever since the last 5 to 8 years they have been rolling back the criminalization of different crimes, so getting people in the prison has decreased. So I want y'all to when y'all get a chance, look at the correlation in the states where they're rounding up, putting the centers at, like the camps and all that, because we getting one on the west side in Indy Speedway, we're probably getting one on the east side too. I'm just saying, so go back and look at the correlation of the states that has the default judgment right now for the paper prison systems. It's 38 states right now. It's a class action lawsuit right now. The prisons and the stakeholders of these prisons the states has defaulted on their loans because they said they was going to have 90% occupancy for 20 to 25 years on these pay-to-play prisons. And they defaulted on them in the last 7 years. So I want y'all to connect the dots on, what's to me. I mean, they gonna get some money too. All these people ain't getting deported. To me, this is just my theory. And when I connected the dots to the cities that's gonna have the centers, the cities that's been aggressive with ICE and how they rounding people up and shit like that, it's a game, and everybody gotta eat. And it ain't no coincidence, like Q said. Now all of a sudden, it's happening today. Like we gotta do it right now. I think that was Q or Cal said that like now it's always been a problem, but now it's important. It's urgent. Now it's like extradited. Now it's like, oh, we gotta get them. You know what I'm saying? Because they defaulted on them loans and they owe billions of dollars with B's because they guaranteed. And Indiana's on the list too, because Indiana said there's gonna be 80% capacity, and we ain't been at 80%.
But how are those prisons going to get the money for this if we're deporting the illegals?
No, because I'm saying we're not. We're going to hold them in these centers, and then we're going to funnel them to these paper prisons, and they're going to bank out.
But they're not holding them. They're literally deporting them, though.
Not everybody's getting.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. My dog's been held for about 2-3 weeks. And he ain't been deported yet.
Indiana got to
He's
get
still
it.
in
Why
Miami.
would we be building a center if we're going to deport them? We wouldn't need to build no $55 million center to deport no motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Go right to the motherfucking jail, back on the boat, or back to the van. Motherfucker, we don't need to have no $5 million facility to hold your ass. No. No. Tell me, watch what I say. When y'all get
Free Alicio. Free Alicio. Give me 1 second, Ski. Free Alicio, by the way. Go ahead, Ski. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, but look, just look at I already been down the rabbit hole. So I'm just telling, so I don't want to be I'm just saying, connect them for yourself. But look into it though. It make you say, aha.
So what you're saying is, with all these prisons going up, they're gonna start mass arresting American citizens to fill these prisons that they're building.
Already massing doing. They starting with the immigrants. That's what I'm trying to say. They already starting with them.
But they're not putting immigrants in these prisons though. They're putting them in the full overflow facilities.
They're building the facilities now across the cities.
They're detention centers. They go from there back to their country.
I bet you they don't though. That's what
they
do.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. My guy had got caught. They came and got him from his crib like 3 weeks ago, and I just found out he's in Miami right now.
They telling us,
but if he still has a cell phone,
our government really do what they say they're gonna do. They telling us they're gonna deport them back. But guess what? Then they're gonna be at the goddamn jail, the jail. I mean, we give them too much honesty. They can tell us they're gonna do this and do that, but do you really think these motherfuckers doing it? Come on, man, let's be real here. Who we dealing with?
So we're gonna cost the taxpayers more money by housing them in these jails and feeding them and keeping them active versus just deporting them.
Listen, I said it's my theory. I said go and check the states that are having the influx in ICE and check it, and go from there. That's all I'm saying.
It's the swing states that they've been importing illegals to by the million for the last 4 years. That's what it is. It's about election rigging, is what it is.
I know that they at default. They ain't locking up too many brown motherfuckers right now.
And 14 of these fucking states have no ID regulations for when you vote, and 4 of those states have where you can't ask for ID when somebody's coming to vote. So I mean, a lot of it's about jerry rigging elections, in my opinion.
So you think they're gonna rig? You think they're gonna rig the?
Well, they did rig the last elections because of how many illegals they influxed into these swing states. Now, your population gives you the Senate seats, and when you have these regulations for voting, which don't require ID, any asshole with a license can go vote.
Even a fake one.
Even a fake one. And at the DMV, for the 4 years that Biden was president, at the local DMV, they had signs that they printed up on regular ass paper just from their printer. Hey, if you need voter registration, well, they said if all these papers, no, they don't. And half of them, they can't even ask you for your ID. You just say, hey, I'm here to vote, and that's that. You know what I mean? That's literally it. So when you have these papers at the DMV that say if you need voter registration in these languages, and then list off 12 fucking languages to ask for one. So why are we doing that?
They ask my name, and then they cross my name off the list, and I go vote. I have never been ID checked, and I've never seen anybody else ID.
You for real? I get carded every time I go vote.
I've been ID checked when I went to go.
Well, I will say this: it changed. You know what? I'm lying because when I lived in Indianapolis, I got ID checked. When I lived up here, no, they don't ID check anybody.
That's crazy because when I walk up in there, like, so I take my mom every, you know, saying all the elections, I gotta take my mom up there. She's like disabled, like elder, like she's not disabled. She can barely walk with her. But anyway, long story short, I go with her to the voting polls, and every time we go up in there, we get carded right away. We came in, they take the card, they scan the back, they scan that barcode on the back of there, they pull up my information, they let me know, they verify if I'm at the right voting place, or if I need to go to another one, and if I will choose to vote, if I choose not to go to the one I'm registered to, I can vote there, but my ballot is going to be a little bit shorter.
Okay.
See, that's wild. You shouldn't be allowed to vote in a district that's not yours. But yeah, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
so
I do, but also to break that down, like, say like this, I would be in the same district at the time. I was in the same district with my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I moved on the other side of town now for like about 2 years now. But so that changed a lot for me. But like even when I was in the same district, say like she would be voting, say for example, like in here in Kansas City, she'd be voting on 85th Street, and mine is on 90th. Like if I was on 90th, like, and that's like maybe 5 or 6 blocks away in the same district we live in the Waldo area, they still give me the short list to vote on. They don't give me if I want the full list of shit, I would have to go to that place, you know, saying the other place to
Yeah, they should not be doing that, because what's to stop you from going to your original place to vote and then doing the long form voting as well? There's nothing stopping you from doing that and voting twice.
So the time I was like, and also like,
but don't they got security there at times? I mean,
no, they don't have security.
No, it's
literally volunteers. It's all volunteers.
Yeah. It's all volunteers, but on the system I do it, and so like also at the same time, it's like, so when I do it at my mom's, I can't do a paper ballot. I have to do the electronic ballot, and so at the same time, it's like also that as soon as we get done doing the ballot, you know what I'm saying, like the person will review it, look it over, and then you take it to a machine and it uploads on a machine. Now, to tell you on that, to piggyback on that, one of my peoples tried that shit. He did the same. Like he went with us. My neighbor did it at the time. He went with us to go voting, and he figured out he couldn't do it. He voted already electronically, and he was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go to the one I'm signed up to." And so when he went to go show his ID, they told him it was like, "You already put a ballot in. You can't vote twice." And they sent him on the way. And so like,
but see, they still checked ID though.
Yeah, so like the same deal. Like all of them sitting over there all of them have a machine right in front of them, and then they scan all that shit and they verify. They make sure, you know what I'm saying, they check all the shit off. You go through a process before you even vote.
So Indiana's a voter ID, or not Indiana, but Oklahoma's a voter ID state.
No, what I'm saying.
Hold on. Give me 1 second, EK. Give me 1 second. P got something loaded up because I was trying to give y'all time to finish that, but it just kept going. Go ahead. Load up this video. Tell me what y'all think about this video if y'all haven't seen it already.
Yeah, sure.
Is being accused of already working with ICE. A DoorDash delivery driver who hid inside a customer's home last week was found so quickly because nearby Ring devices provided clues to law enforcement. The delivery driver was being followed by officers while making a delivery. In a panic, she ran into a customer's house to hide, but not long after, officers arrived at the exact location and took her away. Many online believe this happened because data from nearby Ring cameras was shared. Some reports say that Flock has been used in the past to track immigrant communities. Flock is a license plate tracking system used by police and ICE. Many users say they did not receive clear notice in advance and were never asked for consent.
Yeah, somebody's
Many users worry that the doorbell cameras they installed could be used
You're
for
not required for
without
consent
knowing.
because you're in
Some are
public.
asking
That's
companies
the
to
logic
clearly
they
explain
use.
how data is used and whether user
You've
permission
got
is
no
required.
sense to privacy.
Others say that if serious
but it's
crimes are
private
involved, it is
property.
not surprising for law
It's
enforcement
not
to use
though
technology.
because she drove there on
But
the
more
public
people
road.
care about transparency, whether users truly understand.
That is a very gray area, my friend.
It's a gray area. I'm not agreeing with it, but the logic they're using with these Flock cameras, because we've been using them here in where I live for like 3 years now, so I've done a lot of reading up on it. But with these flock systems, yeah, they literally all they need is a partial plate, a partial description of a vehicle, color, make, model, year, whatever, and it will search a national database that every time you go past a flock camera is in their system for 30 days. Now, it's not just the federal government that has access to this; it's regular ass people that have access to this as well.
So, like, to ask another question, like, so when these people, like in this situation, that person was probably unaware that they was using a camera for the flock. Now, what people need to start doing is when they go register that device, they have to log in and create an account. Don't be scrolling down and I agree to all your terms. You need to read all that shit because
I got a better idea, Cal. Don't install those pieces of shit in your house.
No, because
those cameras at your fucking house.
And bro,
well, Ring has it's part of the Ring end user agreement that the law enforcement can use it, and that's why like I'll never have a Ring system in my house. That's for fucking sure.
No, and see, like you can have
people want to be safe, and they're gonna put it in their house because they think it's gonna help them be safe. Not only when they're not at home, but when they kids or they wife. You know what I'm saying?
Big brother.
Fuck that.
I mean, Cal kind of missed it on the last topic because that's what we was talking about last topic. Is like we didn't pretty much go when Chesney was on here. We didn't kind of gone too far. Well, a lot of us have gone too far with it. Like you said, Ski was on here saying, well, she don't do and she don't do this and don't do that. But then I asked her, hey, what kind of phone you got? Apple.
iPhone. Yep.
If you got an Apple phone, then you didn't already. You plugged all the way.
You're part of the machine.
I used to work with a guy at the liquor store, and he was a vegan. And I pointed out one day, I was like, you know, you wear leather shoes, you have a leather wallet, and you also have a leather belt on, right? And it changed his entire view. He's like, okay, I was, you know, telling everybody that I need to be nice to animals, this, that, and the other, and don't kill animals. And I'm wearing animals right now. It's like, kind of be self-aware of what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like you said, you animals are only fur coats, nigga.
Yeah.
So before the last time I jumped off, I was going on that George Orwell thing. The Orwellian theory is that Big Brother's watching. Like now, what people don't realize that we voluntarily gave up, you know, saying our day in and day out activity by putting everything on the damn phone. You know what I'm saying? Like Apple is you see more and more each day that what Apple is doing. Don't be surprised that Samsung and Google and all of them are on the same shit. They all on the same shit.
Oh shit! I have a Google phone. I already know it's on the same shit.
Yeah, it's just like whenever you say something and then you go to Google search and it's brought up what you was talking about, this shit's recording your voice at all times. Like a person that's in IT, that been in IT, man, all I need to do is be able to get into your router. And then I have remote access to watch your camera. I don't even need your app.
Nope.
I can get into your camera and watch all your shit.
Yeah, because at that point you operate their PC. It's a remote entry. So if their app is unprotected and they just have it open on the desktop, you have access to what they have access to.
Right. Like if we go into the house, like, you know what I'm saying, like if you look at your IP addresses and shit, your standard IP leases is 192.168.1.254.
Yeah, different address, yeah.
Right, unless you have a secure, protected network, you know what I'm saying, where you do use different octets, like, but your standard octet, you find it on the lease, you can sit back and you can ping it and figure out what device is what, and then you can go into your web browser and remote into that device on the back end, and the standard password is admin for the name and password.
Yeah, for the router.
Nobody goes in on the back end.
Well, backdoors are a son of a bitch. Windows has a ton of backdoors built into it for that, you know, that kind of bullshit. But I'm not using Macs.
Like people will think they're protected, but they're vulnerable at the same time.
How do y'all feel about that video though? How does that video make y'all feel when y'all watch it, knowing that?
I mean,
whether it's illegal. Go ahead.
My first thought about that video is she just turned in the person that brought her food. I would have at least held her in the attic or something for a day and let her get out.
Whoa, P. You made it sound like she turned her in. What? No. She didn't intentionally turn her in. Are you saying she's in?
But then she'll be harboring the criminal.
She knew her DoorDasher was going to be an illegal immigrant.
No, either way, you shouldn't have those cameras installed in your fucking house so they can be used.
So how does an illegal immigrant have a driver's license to get DoorDash? Because you need a valid driver's license to drive for DoorDash. Because I did it for a year.
You answer that question for us, Mr. Sly Fox. You're Mexican. You tell us what you know.
Well, so what I know is that, particularly at the DMV by here, I almost doxed myself.
I want to know.
I almost doxed myself. But at the DMV here locally, you don't have to necessarily be a citizen. As long as you speak Spanish and you talk to the right people, you don't really need to be a citizen to get a driver's license here. You don't even really need to take the test to have a driver's license here, which is fucking wild to me.
Yes, sir.
But
no,
yeah.
What's crazy about here is I learned a lot of the same things. Is that they get a lot of privileges that you didn't even know. It's like you don't. It's like they know by what you're going through that you're illegal. But
period.
Because we're going to get that money from you, basically. Because a lot of people hear that. You hear that, they don't pay taxes or whatever. They don't pay taxes because they ain't got a fucking job. You know what I mean? Just like your weed man might not pay taxes or your coke.
Nah, you know what? And when you come in as an immigrant or asylum and all that other stuff, you don't pay taxes. You like tax exempt.
But see, asylum is different. Asylum is different than being here illegally. Now, if you're here illegally and you try to work, it's since 2008, 2009, we started using a system called E-Verify. Now, E-Verify takes your social security number, which you're supposed to have, and it runs it. And it does your background. And a lot of these illegals, they buy social security numbers, so sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, sometimes they can get good work, sometimes they can't.
Wait. I would like that. So how do they buy?
Whoa, we're not doing that.
We're not. Yeah, that's different.
Whoa.
That's a whole. That's like asking you how you cook crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get into all that.
I do believe Eric is a Fed, though.
Shout out to Nebraska. Where you from? Where you from, EK?
Omaha.
Shout out to Omaha. Jesus.
Right.
DJ Vlad.
Terrence Crawford.
Fuck him.
No, we're not doing that. We're not telling on people, but bottom line, people know how to finagle the things just like everybody knows how to finagle things. Just like Donald Trump told us, you're not going to call us out, Hillary Clinton, because you use the same loopholes as me, ho. So stop playing.
Yes.
Everybody finds a loophole.
Exactly.
So we're not going to play that game.
But that's the thing. They're able to get licenses. They're able to do these things. But like for the immigrants that do pay taxes, then have a tax ID. It is a specific number that you're given when you do register with the government that you're here not legally, but you are allowed to work because you reported yourself to the government. You now have a tax ID number, and now you are legal to work. You're paying taxes, the same taxes that I fucking pay. Fact. You are now paying them, and you are now a contributing member of society. And the fact that we're rounding these people up who are paying the same fucking taxes that I pay is bullshit.
Facts. And going so hard at it. Like if you stumble
at it.
Yeah, if you stumble upon some shit, I ain't mad at you because that's how I feel about even when it comes to people that look like me.
This is almost
you
a false
upon
flag.
A nigga that's fucking up, you got him. But
this is almost a false flag at this point.
Well, I mean, why does it take 6 fucking big ass white boy feds to take on a dishwasher that's 5 foot tall?
Come on. Now they wanted this. He spit on them. He kicked out their tail light. Come on, P. You know what that is. Motherfuckers wanted your ass.
It's aggression. You wanted the smoke. You got the smoke.
You got it. Like I said, that dyke that happened before in Minneapolis where the little Ellen bitch with the flannel on. Talk about y'all out here because your wives won't suck your dicks. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all was talking all that shit till 3 of them motherfuckers walked up on the car and told you to come outside.
Yep.
Then you want to put the car in reverse and try to drive off. And I agree. Again, that man could have moved out the way, let that car drive off and be about his day. But hey, you know what? since you was talking so much, hold this one, hold that, and this one, hold both of those.
Man, I still stand on, man. Those people are trained individuals to diffuse a situation without the use of.
They're not trained. They are untrained. These ICE guys are the most untrained federal people on the planet. These are average good old boys that hate Mexicans.
Hold on.
These niggas ain't even got 6 packs, Kyle.
We know for a fact, man. We see it every day, man, with the police, man. They're trained officers, and they still be on some bullshit sometimes. So I'm listen. I know we're all smart men on here, and if we see ICE, we know they're gonna get amped up even more. That's what I'm saying. Like when you agitate people like that, what you think is gonna happen?
I don't know. I agitated them. They pulled mace on me. They didn't mace me, but I kind of hoped they fucking would. I have no qualms about it. They're federal agents. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, but at the same time, I saw the video that Kurt is talking about, and he was about 15 to 20 feet away yelling at them, so he didn't pose
less than that.
What I'm saying
less
is,
than that.
Pose a threat. He didn't pose a threat.
And he's American.
Sprayed you with mace.
Well, I'm Mexican, but yeah, I'm a citizen, sure.
Oh, no,
but they don't fucking know that.
The guy that got shot. My bad. I thought someone the guy that got shot.
Oh yeah, no, me
what
personally,
I'm
because I had to run with them.
Well, what I'm saying with all this is like these, like, you know what I'm saying, allegedly they're supposed to be trained individuals. They telling us that they are trained, and if they supposed to be trained the right way, they should be able to defuse a situation without having to unload a whole clip in somebody's body.
Well, it's 8 weeks of training. It's 8 weeks of training to be a fed.
Let me ask you something. Why you don't think they do that? If they got all this training and they can't defuse the situation, why
they ego tripping? And let me tell you, I think that, man, like, and this goes along with what I've been saying. This shit is set up to intentionally piss people off. The initial thing is they're saying they telling us they coming in for immigration, but that shit ain't about immigration. What they trying to do is provoke people. They poking the bear. They starting some shit because their intention is to piss other people off, to get the reaction, so they be able to do this shit to piss people off even more. And that's what they doing. The Christy Nome is getting up there and trying to gaslight everybody up there on all that other shit.
The fact that she's saying that Christy Nome is going to sit there and tell everybody that if you take any action against ICE, you are a domestic terrorist. I find that offensive. I'm a right-wing extremist. I earned the title of domestic terrorist, but they're just handing it out to these white folks that poke at ICE and throw shit at them. That's bullshit.
Crazy.
That's bullshit.
And so being far on the right, you know, at times they were saying the Second Amendment was the right to bear arms, and many people was bearing arms. Why is it a problem to bear arms all of a sudden?
But see, that's where we get this divide right now. There's a huge divide in the right wing, and I'm seeing a lot of flack from it. I'm from people that I've known for a long time for the fact that, yeah, this guy was armed, sure. But again, just last Monday in Virginia at the state capitol, in the Capitol building, mind you, we had 300 to 400 plus armed to the teeth people protesting against the unconstitutional gun laws that Virginia was trying to pass. It was lobby day last Monday. And the fact that there's so many Republicans and right-wing people that see an issue with this one guy who had a gun holstered at a protest versus open carrying machine guns at a protest is bullshit. It's ridiculous, but it's also proving your point that this is divisive. All of this is just to divide Americans further. And the right wing being the strongest of the sides, they successfully divided us with all of this shit.
I think we were already divided.
The right wing is now divided into like 3 factions too.
I think we've been divided.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I think we've been divided.
We always talk about the right.
So we've been divided since 2008.
Hold on. I got a question for y'all on the panel. You guys,
I think it started with Obama. Yeah.
No, what I want to know is that why do we always say left and right, but in all actuality, even though on TV they act like they against each other, but behind closed doors they buddy.
Oh, well, that goes back to the same theory I have a long time ago. You want to talk about that kind of shit? Well, Russia and U.S. and China and Israel and Iran, they all hate each other, but then they can come together for the Olympics and all the athletes can have a nice time. They can all enjoy their time together. They can do a sports event and have, Russia.
We had a joint space program with Russia through the entirety of the Cold War. So I mean, let's be real here. It's literally all made up.
Right? That's why it makes it almost seem like it's a
that's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand. So
the Olympics would be the perfect time to
hit anybody.
To murk everybody.
Exactly.
America.
Right. There you go. Super Bowl. It's like, come on, we're the easiest target available. I mean, I don't know about what they do for
it's
fun.
all a facade. That's my biggest point. It's all a facade. Kyle or
Even the
Calton
billion-
is correct. That's why I mentioned it was two factions, because you got two factions going at each other. We shouldn't be concerned if they want to beef with each other. Let them beef, but don't let it turn into a civil conflict, which turns into something worse. So,
But see, I disagree with that. I say let it turn into a civil conflict. The only way we're going to see change in our government and see change in the fact that these people own us is civil conflict. If this gets bad enough, bad enough to where you see states seceding from the union over ICE and over all this federal overreach, that's the only way we're going to see fucking tangible change.
You
and I
really
firmly agree
think that you really think that's gonna happen? You really
yes,
think
I
that-
firmly do. We've been heading towards it since 2020. We've been heading towards it since 2020, and the closer we get to it, it makes me anxious and it makes me irritated because just fucking let it happen already. Let it fucking happen.
But to hell if it happens, because again, let it happen already. But fuck, I lost my point.
Hey, my opinion right now.
Put it down.
Fuck both of these parties because they ain't doing shit.
Yes, sir.
They creating political stalemate. They ain't doing shit. Somebody bring it up and the other party tear it down, and just the opposite. They keep doing this shit, and we keep on following it. Whenever we go to the polls, they force us into believing that we only got the choice to choose between two parties. But when you go and look at that fucking presidential election, you see the Green Party, you see the Libertarian Party, you see all these other parties that don't get the spotlight. People got to wake up and realize we shouldn't be fucking choosing. We can't be sitting up here saying, well, I'm going to choose the lesser of the evils. Fuck that. It's many other people.
Well, the reason that happens is because the other side really does view that other person as evil. So if they give a vote,
regardless, why would you?
What other side though? That's what I want to know. What other side you?
There's plenty of other sides. You've got the Libertarians. You've got Green Party. Like he said, there's plenty of other parties. You can even write in a candidate. My group, what we do, we write in Rhett E. Boogie because at that time, like if we get 10% of the vote, it's time for civil fucking conflict. It's time to uphold the Constitution and kick these motherfuckers out of office.
That was my question. Hold on real quick, Kyle. To you, Sly, when you say civil, how do you think civil conflict will solve government issues? Explain that to me.
I think civil conflict is going to solve everything because of the fact that we've been a democracy for more than 200 fucking years, which is about 100 years longer than we should have been around because democracy doesn't last as long as it should. We've shown that through history. Any kind of democracy has a shelf life because eventually one party is going to take power and they're not going to want to let go. And we've got two parties that seize power and never want to let go. And you've got this dichotomy of left versus right. And George Washington said that a dual party system will be the death of America. And he was fucking right. 200 some odd years ago, he was fucking right.
Let me ask Q, since you back on, what did you want to respond to what he just said?
I mean, let's be honest. If you put any of us in power, what would we do? And I'm gonna just end it there.
She's right.
She's right. People are empowered to look after their own.
All gun laws are now in that.
And weed as I want and tell me to make decisions. Hey, I'll turn into the real life Satan.
Hey, look, we all gonna shave a little bit off the top and put it in our pocket. Now we don't bullshit because put me in power. Hey, look. Turn y'all heads that way. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of my family.
But you ain't gotta do all that when you in power, man. You ain't gotta do all that.
But you say you got the right.
You don't have to.
Go ahead.
You don't have to do a lot when you're in power because you already have the power.
Yeah.
But until you understand that you should just do right by people, that's character and integrity, and everybody doesn't have it.
And that's gone. Character and integrity is gone in politics.
Yeah,
but listen,
that shit died in 2001.
Man, you can move. You don't really when you in power, you don't really need money. You can move around like you got money that's already there.
Well, here's a prime example. Here's a prime example. You've got AOC, who was a server leading up to her shit, and then she gets elected. Which, okay, now you make 140 grand a year, which ain't fucking bad. You can live on that and do your job on that. But then 2 years later, you're worth $3 to $4 million fucking dollars. How does that happen? Because all of these people, what they do is as soon as they get these Senate seats, they're told, hey, you want to be part of the club? Cool. Vote the way we vote. And then we're good. And now you get stock tips. And that's how they get rich. I mean, Dan Crenshaw is currently suing Sean Ryan for insinuating that, hey, you were worth 200 grand when you started your Senate seat. Now you're worth millions of dollars. How is that possible other than insider trading? And he's getting sued over it now.
Now,
So
it's ridiculous to me.
I'm sorry, were you
Go
done?
ahead.
Okay.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a thought. So just look at it this way without just a visual within your mind. Who doesn't like money? Hold on, wait. People think, and we live in a society where money buys everything. Are you bought? But I tell you what, you are bought with a price because most people are willing to sell everything for a little bit of change. Because when you get rich, you look at the rich, and this is no disrespect to the rich. I don't want to be offensive.
No, fuck the rich. Be offensive. Be absolutely offensive to the rich. Fuck the rich. They ain't watching the show anyway. Fuck the rich. Be offensive as you can.
But if you look at the rich, who's not trying to get richer?
Well, that's good.
You're bought with a price, and none of us know when we get into power what we really would do. Do we really?
No, we don't.
But I tell you, the richest thing in life is your mentality, because that will grow you, not money.
Sure.
I'll end it there.
I'm willing to die for mine. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm willing to die for these values. I've weighed it out, and I've come to the conclusion that, yeah, I am absolutely willing to die for freedom, for fucking liberty. And that's where a lot of the right wing gets confused, and why we have such a divide is there's some of us that see it as, yes, the Constitution exists, and it exists that all men are created equal. We all have the same fucking rights, regardless of your religion, regardless of your fucking skin color. We have the same inalienable fucking rights. And where that gets lost is when we start dividing ourselves, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, communist. When we start putting labels on the shit and dividing ourselves that way is when we get lost to the American values that the Constitution provides us. We are provided the value to have these points of view, to have these fucking, to be able to be free in this country. Period. Amongst everything else, we are free. We are American. No other country has the amount of freedom we fucking have to not only have these conversations, but to criticize our fucking government.
We should have rights, but all of us don't have the same rights. You have to be honest about conversation. And I respect your perspective because it can only be respected by me. But we should have the same rights. It's supposed to be that way, but we really don't.
Right.
We do, though. You have the same rights that I do. You can go to the store and buy the same guns that I do and to protect your life with the same vigor that I fucking do. And that's American as fuck. And that we're the only country that does that. You have the same exact rights that I do. And if you don't know your rights, you don't fucking have any. And that's the problem. Most people don't know how many rights they have.
I get your perspective.
Go ahead, girl.
But we don't have the same rights, sweetheart.
Let them know.
We just don't. We don't. That's why we can't unify, because we don't have the same rights. It's even in this platform conversation that we don't have the same rights, sweetheart. Thanks. And it's okay that you believe that we do. Thanks. I know for a fact that we don't. And I'll stick with that, but I will respect your perspective.
I'm with her when she's right, Sly. I mean,
hey man, I think.
Go ahead, Cal. My fault. Go ahead, Cal.
I'm just saying, like, to expand on that. Both of y'all can go in there and buy the same guns and walk out there. You're gonna get this different reactions from that shit.
I'm Mexican. I'm gonna get worse reaction. They're gonna think I'm an illegal.
No,
understand. But that's true. No. If that's true, then you should understand that we don't. Even though the rules are the same. Again, that's why I always say when I keep hearing people say you don't have the right or that's unconstitutional. I keep hearing people say that shit like it means something. These
it does.
No, it don't. They do it all the time, and they know about they
because they're allowed to. Because they're fucking allowed to. But if you take it to court and you fight the shit, you are going to get paid for them violating your constitutional rights. That is a fucking fact. I don't know if you guys follow Audit the Audit or any of these other people, but literally, it is your fucking right. As an American citizen, you have fucking rights. If you don't practice them, you have none. If you let them take your rights from you, you have fucking none. Period.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I know what you're talking about. You guys are saying, yes, on paper, the rights say we have equality, but when you're saying the application of those rights is different.
Practice them. Nobody can stop you from buying a gun and arming yourself.
It's like someone said earlier, Donald Trump would be in jail right now if that was true.
If that was true, though, but okay, so let me break that down for you real quick. Let me give you 2 seconds on that. The charges that he was charged with was bullshit.
Hold on, Slide. Before you break it down in a long ass answer, just give me an A is yes, B is no, true or false. If everything was true, Donald Trump would be in jail right now. So just A is yes, B is no.
Should be.
B is no.
Yes.
B is no. B is no. If everything was true, I'm still going to say no.
Okay, let him go.
He's white. He's white for one, so no. Even if it was true and all the shit they charged him with was true, he wouldn't be charged with it because he's a rich white man. Let's be fucking honest here.
So then you're saying the same thing as her. You're saying, my bad. Go ahead, Q. Go ahead. Finish him off. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish him off.
So your rights then become unequal, don't they?
If you have the money for it, and if you don't know them, yeah, you don't have any rights. But Donald Trump, being a person with money and knows his rights, I mean, yeah. Everything they came up against him was bullshit.
Hold on, let her finish.
Hold on, sweetheart. You keep saying knows his rights. I know mine, but that has nothing to do with the levels of it, sweetheart. So the thing is, money shouldn't have to buy you rights. You should just have rights, sweetheart.
You're talking about reality, so I'm talking about reality. You know, you got to pay for that defense.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Like you said that. I do want to ask you this. You said that if it was true about Trump having those felonies, it's true.
It's not though.
But hold on. But I can't have one felony and still live my life.
You can. There's people that I know with multiple felonies that live their life just fine.
Sweetheart, the conversation with me and you is really, it's no disrespect, but it's over your head. Because first of all, you have to have sweetheart. You have to have a reality
Hold on, we lose you, Q. I think
it's a reality that stands without a verbal communication. Listen, anything that you see in life is done by what? Action. Mouthpiece don't mean nothing. It's action. It's by action. And so what I'm saying is, I get your perspective, but it's not this. We should have the same rights. You made a good point. If you don't know your rights, go find out about them. I know mine, but it doesn't change reality.
Right. Yeah. And in that case, if you know your rights, and then if you go to court, and if you can't afford the right representation and you know your rights, it's the same thing as a lawyer knowing your rights. It's literally the same fucking thing. So with those felonies that they tried when they tried to indict Trump over those felonies, each one of those felonies was a simple charge. So what they tried to get him for was payouts to Stormy Daniels for not talking about their relationship, right? Now, why they tried to charge him with more than a dozen felonies was because his lawyer, who he gave the duty for to, hey, pay this lady out. What the lawyer did was say, hey, Trump, don't worry about it. I got it. What he did was he paid that out of his own pocket and then charged Trump for it. Now, what they tried to do was charge Trump with a wire fraud felony for each of those payouts from the lawyer to Stormy Daniels. Now, that's not a thing that they can do, and that's why he got acquitted for it, because you trusted your lawyer to handle this problem for you, and he did it wrong. You paid for his lawyer skills, and he did it wrong because he wanted to make money out of it. That's why for each wire transfer, they charged him a felony, a fraud felony for each of those wire transfers from the lawyer to Stormy Daniels. That's why he got acquitted, because that's not a crime. You trusted your lawyer to pay this woman the proper way, and he didn't. That's on the lawyer. That's not on you, because you paid him for his legal expertise, which is why it all got thrown out.
Okay,
Hey,
so
I'm
what
a
you're
dip for the
saying
night.
is,
Y'all have a good rest of your night.
Yeah.
okay.
Just
So what you're saying is he had a simple charge, but he had money. That's all you just said to me.
No, he had a simple charge which they tried to rape him for by choosing each individual transaction as a separate charge. So they literally trumped up, using the word, they trumped up these charges to charge him with multiple felonies, even though it wasn't going to stick because the lawyer was responsible for taking care of it in the first place. That's why the charges didn't stick, which is why he is your current president and why he is not a felon in prison, because none of those charges stuck in court because they were trumped up bullshit.
No, he's only the president of America because he paid himself in to be president, and I'm gonna leave it there. But I would love for you to look me up and to go ahead and I'm on Facebook, so I need your friend request, sweetheart, because I want to talk to you.
Oh, hit me up, honey. I am all for it. Ask any of these guys. I am all for it. I have no problems with it. No hard feelings. I am all for it.
That's why I said I fuck with Sly. He stand on this shit.
I mean, it's just good to hear people's perspectives of things and how they think. I can always respect a belief and a view of someone else, but I like a challenge too. And so, yeah, I want you to look me up. I'll make sure that you get my information.
Absolutely. I would love that.
I love that.
Yeah, we get on him all the time, Q.
But I fuck with Sly, man, because he stand on this shit, and like you said, I love people that stand on what they believe in, and like you said, can explain it eloquently. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, Cal, you got anything you want in there before we jump this out? What you know what I mean?
Hey, real quick. I think that like when I'm just observing and listening to this conversation, what I was hearing what Sly is saying is in theory what's on paper. And what we do is and what Q was talking about is what we're going through in real time. Of course, it's supposed to be by the book, by paper, but it don't even go that way. Mm-hmm. And we can get on the Stormy Daniels, but I'm on something different. Like he done took confidential files, some secret shit, and had that shit hidden in Mar-a-Lago. That's okay,
but with those files from Mar-a-Lago, all of the stuff that they said was classified, yes, it is classified. However, the reason why it's classified is because it was not unclassified in the proper term. Usually, when a president takes their second term, they have 4 years to situate a warehouse, which is paid for by the state. The state said, we're not paying Trump for shit, which is bullshit. They should have paid for it like they do for every other president. The presidential library, Obama's is just being broken ground in Chicago like a month ago. Right. So all those files are stuff like his schedule, his daily planner. Those are all classified. The president's daily planner is a classified document. And that's the kind of stuff that was hidden at Mar-a-Lago. And it wasn't hidden so much as they refused to pay for Trump to have a warehouse to house these files until the Trump Presidential Library in Mar-a-Lago was built. Now, the state Senate violated all of the normal proceedings that we would have for an outgoing president with Trump's first term in order to say, hey, he's got classified files at Mar-a-Lago, not realizing that, hey, you guys also didn't legally provide him a warehouse as you should have for every other president to house said files. So it's a slippery slope, but yeah, the classified files is bullshit. That most of those 99% of that shit was just his schedule.
Well, I wonder how he feels to be violated.
You have to ask him that. I don't know that one. You have to ask him that one personally.
That's a great question. I've never been violated, man, but
I've been violated. It sucks.
Whoa. That's for another show. That's for another. But I appreciate it. I love the honesty. EK, you want to talk about the time you got violated, or you want to, or you wait till next show next week? Okay, I just didn't know if anybody wanted, we already got peas on. We already got peas on record. We got peas on short. If y'all ain't seen it, I'm gonna send y'all the shorts for that. Where his babysitter was knocking on his door, so we got
yes, sir.
Yeah, some of these men have been violated, man. Yeah, babysitter.
Telling you, it happens to men too. It happens to us too.
Speak for yourself.
He said it happened to him in church, but he didn't really say.
No, he said he was at home. He said it was his babysitter. He said his babysitter was banging on his shower door.
It's almost always a babysitter, man. It's almost always a babysitter, bro.
Hey, it's crazy, man. But hey, I appreciate you jumping on with us late night, man. I appreciate you. Love it.
Yes, thank you.
You already know.
Thank you.
God, I appreciate you.
Look me up, man. Sly Fox in the Foxhole.
Yeah, and they do their show on was it Friday nights at what time?
Fridays at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
9 o'clock Central.
Foxhole. They talk about all kind of cool shit. Like the last time I was, I think they were talking about the Terminator and how you kill Terminators with guns. They talk about all kind of stuff. It's cool shit, but also at the same time, it's a lot of well, you describe it. You describe it to me.
Yeah, we talk about everything, man. We talk about the fringe shit. We talk about the stuff that Illuminati. We talk about a lot about Jews. I talk a lot about Jews. I'll say that, but it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in the Foxhole. We cover a lot of rabbit holes for you to go down.
Yeah, so they do this on Friday night.
We go on there sometimes and crash it sometimes.
Hell yeah.
No, and Drew's got some good pussy, I heard. Hey, Cal, I appreciate you, man. Everybody have a good night, man.
Yes, sir.
Every Wednesday night. Go give us a shout out, Cal. You take us out, Cal.
Oh man, you put me on the spot, man. I blanked out and shit, man. It's Cal 10, man. Super goofy and shit. You see me on Facebook, Cal Bab. The Broke Dude full review. I'm a cameraman, do all kinds of shit. I'm always if you need your shit film, you doing podcasts, fuck with me, man. I'm on there, man. Shout out to Let You Know Podcast for fucking with you.
Thank you, man. He's the real deal, man. I'm start posting them funny because the food reviews is my favorite show. I'm posting them shits all the rest of the week.
I do too, man.
I'm about to drop some in next week, man.
Them shits is hilarious. I'm gonna send them out. But I thank y'all. EK, take us out, brother.
I mean, hey, listen, hey, thanks for coming on Q once again. Sly Fox, Cal 10,
yes, sir.
My sidekick, NOO. Thanks for all the support. Anybody want to get a shout out?
We just did that. Take us out, baby.
We out.
It's out of this motherfucker.